threat of disaster is never pleasant.
Welcome to the Casual Preppers podcast.
These safety measures are essential.
The only place for prepping, survival, and entertainment.
This will be your source of survival instructions and information. Every member of the family must be coached in the business of survival.
Here are your hosts, Cam and Kobe.
Currin's over there bobbing his head. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's feeling it.
This is the first time you guys are going to hear a man's voice.
On this podcast.
Well, you know, I do what I can. We're growing up.
We're growing up. Guys, we're excited. Mindless Banter 77. We got the man himself, Currin1776 from Battlebox. From Netflix, Southern Survival. What else? What else you do out there?
I eat breakfast.
Oh, man.
It's freaking awesome.
You do.
Breakfast eater. So, yeah, man. Battlebox, Southern Survival, borderline TikTok famous. Holy crap.
Isn't that weird?
Dude.
I don't get it.
So John comes to me. He's like, bruh, we need to do TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, good. I'm good. He's like, nah, for real. I'm like, you serious? He's like, yeah. Post one a day. Ugh. John. Okay, fine.
You're like, I'm not even that good of a dancer.
Yeah,
right?
and I told him, I'm not doing a freaking dance.
Not doing it.
Like, I don't even understand. He's like, no, just do your thing, man. We got to be on TikTok. Okay.
Nobody understands TikTok.
No. I'm trying to figure it out, but turned around like 257,000 freaking followers.
Wow,
like,
yeah.
In no time.
Yeah,
it was so
what,
fast.
5 months?
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane, man.
What's up?
I don't know.
That's weird.
But
like, I had somebody call me out one day. He's like,
oh, they always.
Is that the dude from TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Oh, really?
I don't know how to answer this.
TikTok famous. Dude, it's insane.
This
crazy.
breakfast is on us.
What's the world coming to?
I don't know. When Currin's TikTok famous, who knows what's going to happen next?
I mean, you should be prepping right now.
Exactly.
Stuff's fixing to get bad.
Yeah. We're excited today, though. We got a whole bunch of questions that you guys sent in for Currin, for us. Q&A. We always say it's our favorite episode of the month.
It is.
Right?
It is. But before we get into that whole thingy, you know, prepping requires a ton of planning. There's a lot of water stuff you got to think about, food, and there's supplies and power.
Okay.
Self-reliant medical care is no exception.
You're right.
The Prepper's Medical Handbook by a noted wilderness medicine expert and survivalist, smartest guy on the planet, William W. Forgy, MD, provides the basis of prevention, identification, and long-term management of survivable medical conditions. Not the bad ones. Those you'll die from.
Yeah, those ones don't worry about. You're going to die. You're just going to die with
there's a threshold here, right?
Yeah, yep. But this book, seriously, is like really clean. It's easy to read. You don't need to be a doctor or a surgeon or a brain surgeon or anything. It just helps you know how to put a Band-Aid on correctly.
Yeah.
And which Band-Aids to carry and bandages that are important. It's a great book, and I think you all need it in your bug-out bag or at home. And it's called The Prepper's Medical Handbook. Go to preppersmedicalhandbook.com or Amazon.
Go to preppersmedicalhandbook.com.
Yeah, don't give
Bezos
anything.
He's got enough money.
Yeah.
Go get it from his website.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Come on.
That dude
There's
doesn't
got to
need
be a
anymore.
divide at some point.
Yeah.
Do you want a second space trip for no apparent
Yeah.
reason?
Does the book come like in a sterile package?
Probably.
It should.
I don't know.
That'd be awesome.
Hey, it's customer experience, right?
Yeah.
It's a fantastic book, though. You need one, Currin.
Sterile
You do.
field.
I wish we had one for you. We should have got one for
I'll
you.
order one.
Yeah, it'd be a great one.
I'll check it out.
Be a great one for Battlebox.
It would. Absolutely.
It's a good one. It's a great one.
He likes it. Cam likes the
I
book.
do. I use it all the time.
Yeah,
Are there pictures in it?
There are pictures in it.
Okay, good. I'm down.
Yeah.
Yep.
You like the one. There's no pop-outs, though. It's not like a pop-out book.
No.
Unfortunately.
Like, don't have the tabs. You
No,
can,
those.
move.
That was legit when you got the ones with the tabs.
Yes.
And the things moved around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah, you know.
No iPad for this boy growing up.
No, absolutely not. All right, guys, we have a whole bunch of questions. You guys asked some good ones. You guys are the best. Seriously. We got some really good listeners.
These were good ones.
And we're going to start with Robert Wall, the man. I call him Bobby Wall. All right.
Bobby Wall.
He says, my questions are pretty much all Blade related. And you know what? Not a better person
Like
to
the
be
movie?
here. Yeah. The movie Blade. Yeah, Wesley Snipes. To make it interesting, if you had a limited budget for blades, knives, hatchets, axes, what would be your top three? So I'm so glad we got Currin in here for this. I'm going to give you mine.
Okay.
I'm going to let you think a little bit, Currin.
Okay.
All right.
Limited budget.
Limited
let's
budget.
give that a number.
Well, that's the hard part. Like, what does a limited budget mean?
So 3 knives.
3 knives.
So let's give a budget of no more than 120 a piece.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I think mine probably fits within that. Ooh, okay. So I'm going with a good fixed blade, my first one. Okay. This one was tough because
Yeah.
there's a lot of really good ones. But I really love the Gerber LMF2. That thing is a beast. It's a freaking beast,
Yeah, that's a good one.
man.
True.
And plus, I put it on my leg, and I feel like I'm like Laura Croft or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Everybody wants to feel like they're
everyone was-
Laura Croft.
Yeah,
So yeah, the LMF2 that is that's the
it came in a battle box way back.
it's the black one with the composite handle
Yep.
with the pommel.
Nice big
that's
pommel on the end.
so that was actually designed for aircraft pilots,
Oh, really?
specifically helicopter pilots.
Really?
So it technically doesn't have a full tang all the way through, so it's designed so if they have to exit and they have to cut through live wires, they can do that as long
Without
as they
getting-
got their
That's-
hand
oh,
on
that
the
makes-
handle. Because the
that's-
pommel is not full tang.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Well, you know your knives pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's sharp on this side.
I can
Don't
hold it
touch
here.
the point.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am too. So I love that one. If I'm going for like an EDC, this might be I don't know. I'm going with a Leatherman Skeletal. Okay, just
It
because
is a good one.
it's so versatile. It's
How
like my
much is
favorite.
that one?
It's like 100 and
Yes,
maybe it's less than that
It's,
actually.
it's just under that $100 range, I think.
Yeah. I seriously carry it like 90% of the time. I
Yeah.
love that thing.
Yeah.
All right. I'm carrying it today.
Yeehaw.
Of course,
Carrying
you
it
are.
today.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
put it right there on the table just to show
I've
you.
got 2 of them. In my
It's
pocket.
real. It's
Oh,
real.
yeah.
And then for a hatchet, that's hard. I'm not a connoisseur of hatchets, but I really like that.
There are a lot out
The
there.
Condor knife and tool. It came in a battle box a while ago too. That
Yeah, it's in my truck.
is it?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. I can't remember what it's called though.
It's Condor.
Condor knife and tool.
Hatchet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember what it's called.
I
It
can't
was a
remember when you
great
guys
hatchet
sent it
though.
out, but
Yeah.
that's a really good one.
It is.
I've used that one a bunch of times.
Yeah, I keep it in my truck.
I
Yeah.
didn't. Well, I did not read the limited budget thing, so I don't know. I put in here.
I'm surprised you read any of it, honestly.
This is the first time I've heard this question.
Hey, I'm Kobe. Nice to meet you, buddy. Yeah.
But yeah, the fixed blade.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the Tops Cub or Fieldcraft. I love those two.
Yeah.
They are a little expensive, but I think they're totally worth it. EDC. I'm every time it's that Boker Quakin.
Yeah.
We got that from all these are actually battle. And then the hatchet. This SOG or SOG camp axe.
Yeah.
It's light. It's not like the biggest, heaviest. Most like. Everybody likes a hatchet with
Is
good
it more
weight.
like the Tomahawk one?
It's not. No, it's
Oh,
a
it's the
camp
other-
axe.
oh, it's okay.
It's got a bigger head on it, but
I see.
I like that one. I take that one camping, and it's good for kindling and all that stuff. So
Sure.
Yeah.
Great.
So you got one of my picks, and you got one of my picks.
Oh, nice. Wait, I feel
So-
good about that.
I know,
I feel
right?
really good about that.
So my first up blade in the fixed blade department, which is that's my favorite. If I could carry all fixed blades,
Yeah.
I would. I
The
just dig
Fieldcraft
fixed
one?
blades. Would be the Brothers of Bushcraft Fieldcraft. from
that one's
Tops.
amazing.
And reason why is Scandi grind is made by Tops. It's freaking you can beat the living crap out of
Yeah.
that knife, and it always performs. And it's not too big, it's not too small. It's right in that perfect area, and it's just a great knife. It has the sheath, it has the ferrocerium rod with it, so it covers any fire starting needs, 90-degree
Yep.
spine.
Not the most sexy sheath,
No,
but it has all the
well
stuff.
they
you need.
have one. They have a Kydex option.
Oh, they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. So you can get it with Kydex, or you can get it with the knit or whatever that material is. I'd go with the Kydex.
Yeah, yeah.
And two, I think with the Kydex option, it's got a hole in the bottom of it, so you don't have to worry about water staying in there. If you want
that
to
is-
improvise a water filter, you can use the sheath to help you improvise a water
I
filter.
like that.
That's
So-
cool. I didn't think about that.
A lot of cool stuff with that. EDC, the multi-tool. The
The Leatherman skeleton.
Leatherman skeletal.
You'll hear about this about 16
I
times.
know. He's so
through
sick of hearing about this thing.
Dude, it's great.
Dude,
right?
it is.
So, a multi-tool, if you could use a multi-tool as one of your options, you're covering a lot of other bases, right? You got some tools to work with. You also got another knife, a smaller knife if you need it. Pliers, the whole nine.
Bottle opener.
Bottle opener if you find a bottle.
Exactly.
That's not empty.
Exactly.
Yeah, so a multi-tool is a smart thing on the EDC side of it. Hatchet will be something that's coming in battle.
Oh, that's sweet.
So I can't tell you what that is right now.
But
So
it's
I'll
cool.
revert back to a past one.
Okay.
Time
It is
to
cool.
subscribe. Get your box ready.
They don't make them anymore, but I'd go with the Clicker Clacks.
Oh, that thing is cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reason being,
That thing.
it is built well. It's small, so you don't have if you didn't want to deal with something with a long handle or something like that. You got
You
that
can do whatever
option.
handle, right?
You can make your own handle.
Mm-hmm.
You can use the handle it comes with, leave it attached or not. It does take a little bit of understanding to get it, cinched down really good.
Yeah.
But if you do that and you do that properly, I mean, you can freaking swing this thing like Paul Bunyan, dude, and it's not coming off.
Yeah.
And it's sharp. It's freaking.
I was going to say, I cut my finger. The doctor I work with cut his finger when I was showing him. He's like, cut my finger.
Yeah.
It is super
It's
sharp.
sharp, man.
Yeah, it's stupid sharp.
It is. I don't know. It's like samurai.
Because one area where there's this flat straight blade on it, right on the bottom, other than the main hatchet blade. Like you don't think about it being there when you grab it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So you grab it and you're like, oh
Yeah.
damn,
Yeah.
cut
That's
myself.
blood. That's blood.
It is. That thing is pretty amazing.
It's nice. It's
I didn't
really
even- I
nice.
forgot about that one.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff in here. I'm like, it probably had better selections, but I couldn't remember. it
There's
all,
tons
you know?
of options. But since we're speaking in budget,
Yeah.
which I think the Brothers of Bushcraft's $140, something like that. The Clicker Clacks is actually like close to $300.
Is it really?
Kind of
Yeah, it's
jumped the
super
gun
expensive.
on that. But I had to bring it up because it's freaking
It's so
awesome.
cool. It's like one of those you want to pull out and show people. It's so cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's compact. I dig the like.
It is. It doesn't weigh.
I don't
very
want
much.
to be hindered by my loadout as much as I
Yeah.
can.
Having
I
a
hear you.
fireman's axe on your back. When
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Thanks you, Robert Wall.
It'd go on forever about that. There's
I
a lot
know.
of good ones.
I know. You want to get this one, Cameron?
Yeah, John Stockton.
The pasty gangster himself.
Why are preparedness-minded people so poorly portrayed in film, TV, and streaming?
what are you trying to say?
Yeah, no, it's true, huh? It's so true. Well, I think I get what he's talking about. I mean,
Yeah.
things like Doomsday Preppers and like different movies and,
Yeah.
and things like it. They do show them in kind of a weird light, like they're all psychotic,
Either
bunker
they're
dwellers.
full-on insane, or they're just super weird.
Yeah.
Like, just, yeah.
Yeah, it
You
doesn't
don't get like a normal person that's a prepper.
No, it drives me nuts, and I think that's kind of our thing, right? Is we're trying to bring prepping to the masses. Like it's a normal thing to be prepared, and you don't have to be some psychotic, ramen eating, bunker dwelling, ammo,
Tinfoil hat wearing.
tinfoil hat. Although we do like to do that.
I mean, it's
from time to
fun
time.
wearing the tinfoil
We
hat.
should have worn them
From
today.
time to time, I do like that. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's because that the rational kind of level-headed preppers, they don't get the clicks and the views like
No.
the other ones do.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the Discovery Channel followed us around, we probably wouldn't get a second season.
No, probably not. I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, they're too normal.
I mean, that's the thing, man.
Well, I don't know about
when it comes to TV and it comes to that sort of media, I mean, people like to watch a train wreck.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, they
that's
do.
just the way it is.
They do.
So I mean, you look at some things that have exploded that are like crazy, like the Tiger King, right?
Yeah.
It's not excellent footage. I mean,
No.
but the story's insane, and
Yeah, it's
people want to
ridiculous.
follow it because it's like, okay, I thought my life was weird and I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a weirdo, but at least I can watch this and it makes me feel better.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's that wow factor, man. I mean, and being on Netflix myself, like. you film things a certain way, well, it's going to come out completely different.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm not in control of the editing.
The
at that
dudes in
point,
the
right?
editing bay have a lot of control over what the final product is.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
Yeah,
can
you probably saw
sway
that big time
oh,
firsthand,
dude. And stuff that I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be awesome. Never was on the show. Not one. Like,
It's crazy, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
lots of stuff. Lots of, in my opinion, really cool stuff got cut. But the question is it that? Oh, is it that? Is it going to suck in a viewer and
Yeah.
keep them here and all?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. So that's the thing. Don't put a whole lot of stock in some things that
Yeah.
you see
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
mainstream
Yep.
like survival stuff.
Yeah, they're kind of curated to get those views,
Yeah.
when it comes down to it.
Like
so.
Bear Grylls drinking his piss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
That's probably not the greatest idea.
Yeah.
No.
He's a perfect example.
He kind of
that
is.
Whole thing.
He really is. Yeah. Well, thank you. That's a great question from the pasty gangster John Stockton. All right, this one came from Brittany Brown.
BB.
BB, hey BB. She says, super cool that you guys are getting together for an episode. You're not wrong, Brittany. It is super cool.
Super cool, you guys.
Question. What are the best items for a beginner emergency bag that is budget friendly and is a beard required? That's what she's at. I think that's, she's
She
asking
needs to
you
grow
that.
a beard.
Yeah. She says, understanding that prices are skyrocketing and people's incomes are taking a hit from it. So, beginner emergency bag, budget friendly. Do you have to have a beard?
You don't have to have a beard.
You don't.
But you look so much cooler with
I
it.
think
I
it helps,
agree
though,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
It helps.
I mean, it's kind of, sometimes you walk into a room and all of a sudden you're in charge.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
It's like everybody's like, yeah, that guy's in charge. I'm like, I don't know any of you guys. No, I'm just kidding. So, no beard, especially, I'm sure she doesn't want a beard growing out of her face.
I don't know.
I mean, she might. I don't know. I mean,
These days, you don't know.
yeah.
Okay? You just don't know.
So, y'all want to stab at this? You want me
Sure,
to go?
I'll go for it.
Okay. So,
go.
the first things you, no matter what your budget, okay, you need to think about shelter. And when I mean shelter, I'm not just talking about something over you. I'm also talking about your clothing, the full gamut. Shelter,
Yeah, sure.
Keeping yourself protected from the elements. So shelter, water, food, and means of getting out or being found, if that's the point. I don't know if you're not wanting to be found.
Yeah.
But at least some means of that. Those are, 3 or 4 just basics.
Basic stuff.
Everybody needs to.
Yeah.
And throw a container in there. Some sort of container.
Yeah.
2 things. You can use it with your water and everything else, but also you may be able to put stuff in it.
Yeah.
So you can easily carry things around. So shelter being, it could be a simple poncho. It could be an emergency blanket, which I'm going to jump on the emergency blanket. Little,
Go for it.
Jump on it.
soapbox here.
Jump
for a
on it
minute.
right now.
So yes, an emergency blanket does not have wow factor. An emergency blanket can be packaged down to smaller than your wallet.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that But dude, emergency blanket can do a lot of things. It's not just I want to cover up and stay warm. You'll stay warm. You'll sweat to freaking death if you're not careful in it.
Yeah, they are crazy
You
how-
get super hot in that thing. But you can use it for signaling. You can use it for reflection of heat from a fire back into you. You can use it for water collecting. Use it as a bag for water collecting. You can strip it down, cut it up, and use it as trail markers.
No, that's true.
I mean, there's
That's true, yeah.
absolute ton of things you can do with an emergency blanket.
Modified loincloth.
Yeah,
You need it.
Yeah,
You
it might get a little sticky,
Yeah, it is what it is.
but hey, you need to cover up sometimes.
exactly.
So, my point being is, my thought process on the key to survival is adaptation.
Yeah.
What can I do with what I have,
Yeah.
and do the things I have multiple purposes? What can they be used for?
Yeah.
So that first impression is, I got an emergency blanket. Wah, wah, wah. Hey,
Yeah.
Jack,
Yeah.
let's think about big picture here, right? So, back to the topic. Emergency blanket and shelter.
Yeah, for sure.
Tarps. that sort of thing, right? You can build different types of shelters with that or cover up with it. The water, you need to have some sort of water filtration and purification system. And those can range from real cheap to, God, whatever you want to spend.
Yeah. Tell you what, for $20 though, you can get the job done.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So something for water, be it something that, also can contain water, or if it's just drinking or pulling straight from a source, if it's a stream or something like that. And then food, you need to have some sort of way of either gathering food or having some on you. So we're talking, I guess, more on a bug-out bag situation, have some things in there that, obviously you can snack on stuff that's high calorie, but easily packed, don't take up a whole lot of space and room, and obviously can go multiple days. What else did I say?
Gosh, I
think that was it. Can't remember.
And all that stuff,
it's basic
really
stuff.
Affordable, and you don't have to have the nicest stuff.
No.
That'll do those things.
And, as you get better with it and understanding it, you can upgrade your water filter. You can upgrade.
That's the thing, man. It's a process. It's like a constant process for me of upgrading my kits. You know what I mean? Like at first it starts out at this shitty little kit, but I'm like, hey, I got something, right? It's in my truck. I got something to go, and then I get something that's a little bit better. I switch it out for that and put that in another kit or whatever. It's a process, and that's why like prepping, it's kind of a lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
It's a continual thing all the time. So don't think that you have to go out there and spend $1,000 to get this emergency
Absolutely
kit.
not.
Do it within your budget and then continue to work on it as you go.
Your skill set is far more valuable than your gear that you're using.
Absolutely.
So if you start out in a budget mind, what it's going to do is it's going to hopefully force you into thinking about the big picture, like I was talking about with the emergency blanket.
Yeah.
What can I use this for?
Yeah.
If it's just for keeping somebody from going into shock, then I've got a very finite thought process.
Yeah.
But if I can think of several other things I can do with that, be it a ground lay, be it a tent, be it a shelter, be it whatever, okay, I'm learning things. I may not have a $45 shelter kit, but I can do exactly what that $45 shelter kit can do with this $5 emergency blanket.
Exactly.
So as you're new into it, your skill set is what you're learning. The gear and the quality of the gear and the expense of the gear just adds to your skill set. So get your skill set as you're growing in the product area.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube is free, man.
Yeah.
There's so much good information on there.
A guy who thinks is going to out-survive a guy that's got all the cool gear and don't know how to use it.
Yes. Yep.
I don't think very well. I got some gear. I ain't too good on the thinking part. I got to work on that. Got to work on it. No, I think you covered that. I can't think of anything else.
No,
I mean,
that's all the stuff that I had.
That's there you go, Brittany. There you go.
There you go, Britt.
There you go, BB.
BB.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm unsubscribing.
No longer listening to this.
BB.
She's been listening for a while. I think she's all right. Yeah.
All right.
She's in the fold.
Yeah, she's here. She's here for good. You want to get this one, Cameron?
Yep. Carissa DeWitt.
DeWitt.
What are your top 3 essential skills? You were just talking about that.
Oh, wow.
For preppers.
Segue.
Top 3. This is tough.
Top 3. This is tough.
This is very
This is tough. I spent some time on this.
Yeah,
thinking.
because there's so many that are really, really important.
Yeah.
So like I was trying to think of the things that like overall, because when I look at prepping skills, I don't look at I'm trying to survive an asteroid hitting the Earth all the time. 99% of the time, it's like I need to be healthy, or I need to be, be able to fix my car if it breaks down in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Things like that are going to happen, or if there's a
Right.
power outage. Those are the things that happen 99% of the time. It's super sexy to think about.
I'm going to be a castaway.
Yeah.
And
when I'm
I
on
need
that
to know
desert
how.
island.
Yeah.
I made fire.
It's way more. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
way funner, but it's like.
I am now a caveman.
That's right. That was beautiful. I'm going to save that.
It's the least realistic.
It really
thing.
is. So I kind of came back to those things that I feel like are going to be used the most as a prepper.
In most scenarios.
In most scenarios, as a preparedness person. So the first thing I went with health and fitness, and I kind of put in that same thing, self-defense, just because I think sometimes they kind of all go hand in hand. But if you're not healthy, and if you're if you can't walk 30 feet upstairs, boy, everything else in life is going to be pretty damn hard.
Yeah.
Especially out here in Utah.
Hell yeah, out here in
Holy
Utah,
crap.
same thing. Oh yeah, it's so I just feel like that has to be something, and maybe it's not a skill, but it kind of is because you
No, I
have to
think
work
it
on
is,
it.
I mean, it is a skill because it's a discipline.
It's a discipline. Yeah, you're right. So that's kind of my biggest one because if you're not healthy, everything else is hard to do. You know, so that's number one.
I love cheeseburgers.
Dude, I know.
There's
It
so
is-
much stuff.
And that one is probably the hardest out of all of them. It really is.
Yeah, discipline sucks.
It's
man,
horrible.
on yourself. Like
Yeah, yeah,
trust me, I'm dealing with it now.
yeah. It's so friggin' hard. So that's kind of my number one. My number two, this one is probably the least sexy skill you could possibly think of, but I'm putting it in there anyways. Financial skills.
Amen.
It is so unsexy, and I think people on the podcast probably get sick of us talking about these things. But I think to be a good prepper overall, you've got to be financially stable. You've got to understand money. You have to understand that the better you are at that, the better you are as a prepper because it all kind of snowballs, right?
Yeah.
The more money you got, the more money you can put into prepping, the more time you can put into getting skills. So that's why
But
financial
just
skills.
the comfort and peace of mind of like
Exactly. Less
not
anxiety,
yeah,
right?
Dude, the biggest stressors in life is financial.
it is
100%.
It's huge.
And I'm not, I haven't arrived by any means, okay? So,
Yeah.
But I've worked on that over
Yep.
the last 5 years, and luckily my wife is like hardcore, like working on
Boy, that helps.
on that, which is
That
really-
helps a lot,
which
doesn't it?
sucks sometimes. Okay, hey, I'd like to buy that knife right there.
Yeah.
Do you really need
Oh,
another
it's way
knife?
hard.
I mean, need is subjective.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the bank account is subjective too. Yes, ma'am. So, but I mean, it's also a discipline.
It is true.
But it is when you are getting better at it and you're seeing the results, the stress level
Yeah.
really drops. And you're able to focus more on other things. So
Totally true. And that kind of comes back to the health and fitness thing too, because it takes away some of that anxiety, some of that stress. The more anxiety you have, the more stress you have, the harder it is to be healthy. And
Right.
the harder it is to get fit, right? So those two kind of, I think, feed off of each other a little bit.
And there's a very good chance the world's not going to come to an end, and you're going to need to retire. at
That
some
is
point.
the thing. Like those are the
you
I'm
need to
ready.
survive retirement.
Yeah, that's seriously.
you
That
get these
freaks me
comments
out.
all
That's
the time. It's like,
scariest.
why are you worried about that? I mean, the world's going to end in a couple of months anyways. Like, well,
There's a
I've
good
been hearing
chance.
that for a while. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I get it, but 99% of the time, the world,
You're going to make it to a
It's
point
fine.
where you're
Yeah.
not able to work anymore.
shit might get weird, but you're still going to have to pay
Yeah.
your car payment. You know what I mean? Most of the time.
Yeah. Y2K was a fail.
Exactly, 100%. And the last one is one that I really need to work on, and that's kind of why I put it on there. But it's first aid skills because I think there's situations in life all the time where it comes in handy, and especially like being a parent. Sometimes you got kids are always doing stupid shit all the time. You know how kids are.
Yeah.
Breaking something, cutting something. I
Sunday
don't know.
night when everything's closed.
Exactly. You got to have some sort of skills.
like-
And then that also, in some sort of an SHTF situation, boy, that's going to be
Yeah.
super handy to understand some of that stuff.
And not only that, it kind of boils back to the financial side of it. There's a
Sure
lot
it
of
does.
stuff people go to the emergency room for that
they-
you don't freaking need to go.
yeah,
Oh
I
my
think Cam
gosh.
knows that probably better than anybody, right?
You know, so save
That's-
yourself some money, have some skills, and handle that boo boo at the house.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
100%.
I even put in there because medical was one of mine. It's just like, just know how to handle a cold and when to recognize that they're getting in more serious health problems. You know,
Sure.
it's like just the basics of like managing. Most things can be managed at home. Like
Yeah.
our bodies are made to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like learn some basic medical knowledge of, you know, those things. Especially like you can go overboard big time on like a med kit.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I got a bone saw in there.
Yeah.
It's like you don't need that. You don't
Straight
know
up
what
do
you're
a knee
doing.
replacement.
Yeah.
I got 2 artificial knees in there.
Just in case.
But yeah, it's like if you don't know how to use or do any of that, you
I
don't
think
need
two's
to be packing-
overboard. One's enough.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you only need one leg.
Oh God.
Yeah,
But-
that's a good one.
I had said the fitness, the medical, and then I put in here communication skill because people nowadays are terrible at communicating with each
Oh, yeah.
other. Like and go behind closed doors and I hate you.
Yeah.
This person. It's just like if you're in these scenarios, I always think about like when you have to negotiate with people or somebody's hostile or just like freaking out. Like it's crazy. For example, like in the clinic, people come in, they're all pissed about how much time they had to wait or they didn't get their meds sent in or anything. And when I get back with them, I think that's like most of the time you can talk people through things, get them calmed down.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good skill to have, not just being able to communicate by, ham radio and all that, but just being able to like communicate with people and knowing how to read and calm them down. And that's something that I think in society we're losing.
Yeah.
Because nobody interacts face to face with people.
Face to face anymore.
Yeah.
And it's super easy to just be a turd and not. Yeah. Anyways, so I think communication.
Yeah, and if you
skills
think
huge.
about that, in some sort of an emergency or an SHTF, you're at the gas pumps or something, and there's dudes that are pissed off. You've seen the scenes all the time during hurricanes or whatever. If you've got that skill where you could say, "Hey,"
and some people have
we're gonna
that
get
skill.
some gas.
Like
let's
they
chill.
can chill them out.
Yeah, I think that's
or get shot.
It's valuable. Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah.
It's valuable.
Yeah, or maybe you're gonna hijack a plane like DB Cooper.
Yeah,
you have to
gotta do what you gotta do.
Super smooth. And-
Exactly.
No, but I think communication's really big.
Nice. Those are good.
Any other skills? Do you think?
I think risk assessment is something people need to think about. So everybody talks about bugging out. Well, is bugging out really the best option?
Yeah,
like maybe bugging in is the best option.
Probably is.
So risk assessment.
Yeah, that's great.
I think
Risk
is
assessment.
something people need to think about. What you need to be able, and dude, there's tons of people. We see this every day. There's people that you need to have like a troubleshooting mindset with everything. Like, if I do this, then X, Y, or Z could happen.
Yes.
Nobody thinks that.
Nobody
far.
thinks that through. Like, okay, we're at the gas pump. People are pissed, right? Well, I'm going to get pissed too. And then next thing I know, I'm turned into a pretzel because I just got in somebody's face that's like a jujitsu master or a freaking, Golden Glove boxer or whatever, right?
That's so true. Nobody's like,
okay, I didn't notice he had cauliflower ears. Maybe I shouldn't mess with that cat. You know what I mean? Like, he was the wrong guy to get in his face about. So risk assessment is something that, we
never thought about the cauliflower ear.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna keep my eye on that.
Somebody
that guy has been punched a few times in the head.
Exactly. Hey, I've been there, done that, man. I see a guy walk into somewhere, and I'm like, okay, that guy I'm not messing with.
Yeah.
Why? Look at his ears. What happened to him? That dude rolls on a mat a lot. Okay,
so daily.
He can probably whoop all our butts. So that guy's off.
That's true.
Not messing with. We want to be his friend.
Yes.
So risk assessment, and you can roll that pretty much into anything.
You can. Yeah, that's a great one.
Just be smart, man. Try to make an educated decision. I was thinking on the communication side, which, like you were saying, more on the learn how to de-escalate a situation, a hairy situation or something like that. But I was thinking more like communication, just like straight up comms, ham radio,
and that
things like that too. So I really got into ham radio over the last couple of years. I freaking love it. It's awesome.
Is it?
Dude,
Sounds awesome.
Well, if you're on there, I think I'll get it now.
Dude, it is awesome. Okay, and so communication skills, being able to know how to properly set up a station, pretty much anywhere with limited equipment, and it's not hard. Like people,
how much time do you think invested to get to a point where you kind of feel comfortable using it? How many hours?
You spend a couple hours a week messing with it. Within a week you can be like, okay, Well, it depends on what's around you. So there's two different.
There's a lot of different.
There's two different spectrums when it comes to ham radio. Okay, so you got your UHF, VHF stuff, which is more like close stuff, like hitting repeaters and stuff that's around. So if you've got like some areas, one thing I would say is if you're wanting to get into it, search in your area and see if there's any ham radio clubs around. Because they're going to be the best resource, and you're going to meet people that are in it. And it's kind of one of those things you learn more by doing than sitting there and reading the books.
So true.
You read the books to get the license, but you really learn
how to
when you're doing it.
Yeah.
So, and then you got the HF standpoint, which is high frequency, which is freaking awesome because, like, dude, I've talked to Hawaii, and using no repeaters, you're bouncing off of the, ionosphere, and or the moon. Or satellites.
Whoa. That's cool.
Like there's people that literally like they'll go out with handheld antennas and they'll bounce their signals off satellites and talk through satellites. I mean, it's nuts.
So cool.
There's so many
This is
rabbit
HARP.
holes.
What do you need?
Yeah. There's so many rabbit holes you can go down. But the basics, I think everybody should be a part of. It's not hard. There's things online you can pay like $10 to study the material, take the test. It's not hard.
It's not hard.
It's not hard.
You hear that, Cam?
Yeah,
It's not hard.
It's a time thing, but
It's a time
it sounds
thing.
like it doesn't.
But
Yeah.
you know, I can tell you later where I got my study material. But you can
Heck yeah.
you can do that at your leisure when you have time and take practice tests. And dude, it's almost like just memory.
Mm-hmm.
You're like eventually you're like, I know what the answer is.
Yeah.
You can eliminate it. But anyway, back to the point. Communication is key in a disaster situation, like when Hurricane Katrina and when the last hurricane went through the Carolinas. Like ham radios used immensely.
Really?
All the local
I
governments.
figured it would be, but I've never been in
Yeah.
a scenario where I've seen
Yeah.
it used. So
All the local governments lean on ham radio operators for
That's
communication.
awesome.
I mean, they get together, they set up like a base camp for communication. I mean, literally, ham radio operators are directing, EMS and
Wow.
stuff.
wow, that's awesome.
So it's a lot of fun, and you learn a lot. There's proper ways to communicate on the radio. There's proper ways to get the information across, and they actually have exercises regularly to do that sort of stuff, to where it's like a mock-up disaster situation.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that game where you tell one kid something and it goes down the line and
Yeah.
it stays the
Telephone.
same. So they actually train you
That's
to do
awesome.
that and do it properly, and
Wow.
it's just a lot of fun. And you can meet a lot of cool people doing it. So communication's big, and I was on par with what the rest of you
Yeah.
guys said. I mean,
That's good.
just self-reliance, man.
Mhm.
Learn how to be self-reliant
Yeah.
and not have to, freaking rely on everything and everybody else.
That's the key, man. Totally.
Huge.
Thank you, Carissa. Great question. This one came from Angelo Amador Jr. So his says, Southern Survival Season 2 and have Cam and Kobe on an episode. The internet would implode. So I don't know if that's really a question, but
Noted and done.
noted and done on the shot list. It's there. Thanks, Angelo. I'm going to read the next one because that
internet
wasn't
wouldn't
really a
implode.
question.
Who the hell are these guys?
Yeah.
So this one came from American Prepper Group. What were your initial thoughts at the start of the pandemic?
Yeah, that was interesting. Like,
What are you laughing at over there?
I had
Not
some-
sure what to say.
you have some different.
I'm trying to think if I should say what.
Oh, you should.
No, you
say.
should definitely say.
This is
We're,
you can say
we're
anything
under
you want.
attack.
No judgments.
Dude.
Like honestly, like I'm like, okay,
Yeah, no,
this
sure.
is biological,
Yeah.
like warfare happening, and I'm not gonna say I still don't.
I know.
Yeah. Well, I completely get you. Do you remember at the beginning, before it got over here, seeing those videos from China? Like there was people in the streets with like hazmat suits and then just like dead
People
bodies
just,
laying
like,
everywhere.
collapsing, coughing.
What the hell happened? Like
I don't
what
know-
was that?
I don't know what that was.
Do you remember that?
I do.
Like what?
Don't know.
What? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that freaked me the hell out. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
So that was my initial
Yeah.
thought. That's all.
My
I got.
initial thought was and I'm not going to say I have swayed from that.
Yeah.
And reason being is I've heard from people who have higher intelligence knowledge
Mhm.
of some really sketchy like crap, and when you kind of like start putting little puzzle pieces together, you're like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
there's some biological crap going on right now.
Yeah.
Take that how you want, but
No, I'm not. I
this wasn't from a bat or a
so
freaking
no,
piece of meat in a market, dude.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a little odd that there
so
was a
Colby and
lab.
I like to play with conspiracies because they're fun and they're interesting,
They're
and a lot of
fun,
times they're laughable. But like after just recently experiencing COVID, how something that was originally basically like a cold virus to turn into like hundreds of symptoms that happen, like brain fog, stomach problems,
Dude, that's you
nerve
every day.
problems. I
That's
know.
you every day.
Taste and smell.
But
Yeah.
like that you don't mutate with that many symptoms that quick and easily. Like,
No.
you just don't. That just doesn't happen.
It's almost like there was some sort of a lab, and in that lab,
It's almost
they were
like
doing something.
It's like they
with
were.
viruses.
Yeah.
And then, oh no, it got out of the lab.
It's like they stuck a virus in a collider
Yeah.
and just tried to like mutate it to the max.
Yeah, it was definitely a science experiment.
It-
And you take it how you will, a on purpose science experiment or an accidental science experiment. But the bottom line
Yeah.
is something strange is going on.
Something strange is going
and,
on.
That was my first thought. And then over the last couple of years, just people that I've talked to and different things, and some of them like people that don't even know each other, and like they're lining up pretty close, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like conspiracy theory, like I love that stuff. I could sit there and talk about it.
It's super fun.
It's super fun.
I just bought a game that's conspiracy theory.
Yeah, so, but I mean, so I don't know, bro, but there's 5 people in my family, and not a single one of us had the same symptom.
That is so
Not
weird.
one.
It doesn't make any.
same
I see
symptom.
it too. Like
makes
some
0
families
sense
just
to
skip
me.
like a hit and miss with like the same people in the same house. It's really weird.
Yeah, yeah, like. Yeah, it's we can do another
tinfoil
podcast
hat.
about this.
Yeah,
tinfoil hat.
I'm
is
pulling
coming
it down
on, dude.
over
But that
my
was your initial
ears.
thoughts. Like
My initial
We're
thoughts was,
getting-
yeah, this is
somebody fired
an
a bomb at us.
Yeah, this is an
basically.
attack.
Dropping a
you
bomb
know.
on us.
It's worked
And not
pretty
necessarily
well.
an attack against us.
Yeah.
I think
No, I know. Yeah,
a full blown like purge.
Yeah.
yeah. It seems.
He's over there. He's
like,
nervous.
I want to talk about this.
It's fun to talk about. It is like, but yeah. My initial thoughts were just like, am I ready for this? Do I have
That's the thing too.
like we're preppers and everything, but I'm like, do I have enough food and water? Because I've seen like people, go to the grocery store and just go crazy, and I'm like, do I really have all the stuff I need?
yeah.
That's my initial thought. Was just like, wow, I'm not ready.
You're never
for
as
this.
prepared as you quite think you are.
When you get thrown
once
into it, you're
actually
like,
happens.
whoa, I'm not really that prepared.
Yeah.
that's
There was
true.
definitely an assessment of
I don't have my ham radio license.
of everything.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
One thing it did do, I think, on the positive side of it, is it made people start thinking about this stuff.
It did. That
Where
was
they were pointing the finger at us, calling us crazy. They're like, wait a minute.
I need to be more prepared,
Dude,
that guy's probably right.
if I could show you our podcast download numbers
Yeah, so
from like
funny.
what was so when did it hit hard? Was it like March of 2020?
March
right?
is when we went into lockdown.
So if I show you from February to like April, the line went like this, like straight up.
followed toilet paper sales.
Yeah, like right along with toilet paper sales, just like that. So there was a lot of new people coming in, going, "Oh crap, what do I have to do?"
Yeah.
Because they didn't know. They didn't know.
Yeah, our online, just our straight up store did really well.
I'll bet it did. Yeah.
I mean, it's just all of a sudden, man. it's
Yeah,
like,
you guys
what
have all
the
the survival stuff,
crap?
so-
Holy crap, and it was all, people were freaking out, man, and they were like, hey, we were laughing at the preppers. Now we want to be one.
Now
Now we're like,
we had so many people calling us. Okay, so what am I supposed to be doing? I'm
I
like,
know.
We've been doing a podcast for 5 years, asshole. Where you been?
they haven't been taken down. Go and get them.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like the new guy on Call of Duty. Noob. Yeah.
100%, dude. So yeah, it's kind of funny. But I do like that there's more people coming into the fold trying to get prepared. You
I do
know
too,
what I mean?
and I think
it's good.
That's
Yeah, it's
like I
good.
feel like the pandemic's been kind of a
Yeah,
like a little bit of a trial run.
for sure. Yeah.
Get me started on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best is yet to come. folks.
Exactly.
Yeah. Accidentally rural. I don't know how you accidentally become rural. Is BattleBox hiring, and how can I apply?
Not my department,
Yeah.
but I don't think we're necessarily hiring right now, but we're growing and things are moving and shaking. So
Keep an
keep a
eye
look
out.
out.
Send in a resume. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Keep it on file.
Yeah. And then the next one's Purple Sky Farm. Purple Sky
That's a
Farm.
nice place.
I'm seeing younger people in the ICU with respiratory complications. What are some ways you keep your immune system in shape?
Ooh.
Get out in front of the video game system and go outside.
Amen.
And get some
That's-
fresh air.
That's like 90% of it right there.
It is.
For real, man. I mean, come on. Like, kids, I get it. My
Yeah, for
kids
sure.
play video games. I mean, it's
fun.
It's different than what I grew up in. I
Yeah.
get it. However, get outside, get off the couch, quit watching TV, get outside and chop a tree down. Do something.
Yeah, chop down a tree.
Sweat a little bit.
Yeah.
It's true.
Get dirty.
Get the sun on your face.
Get a scrape on your knee from falling down, and get out from in front of the video games. We're built. We were designed to do and be outside and take in the sun and be active. Sitting on your butt's not being active.
No.
And I think that your health overall, from the brain and nervous system right down to how big your belly is all attributed to sitting on your behind.
Yeah.
Dude, and again, it's so hard. That's the hardest thing for people is to get
we
up
have
and move.
like tons of comforts.
And I get it. Okay, in a urban situation, like it's not okay, but there's get out of it. Get out.
There's
of
a
there.
park.
There's a park.
Yeah.
There's places to go. Just get outside and do and learn and do what you got to go camping. There's parks. There's recreation places. Pretty much accessible to everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can be as basic or as hardcore on that as you want.
Dude, I get it too. I hate working out like I do. It's like not my thing. I was lucky I found jujitsu, but it's one of those things that if I don't do it now, like I go insane. I fall apart. But I think it's keeping me healthy. It's keeping my anxiety down. All of those things. You got to find something that you like to do that gets your body moving. Like you got to start sweating. You got to move. You got to think. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm feeling it. I haven't been because I've been out of town for the last 2. I've been since May. I've been going to the gym every morning, 5 days a week.
Gosh dang, yeah.
And dude, after the first 2 weeks sucked.
Oh, they're horrible. They're the worst.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
But once I got through that first 2 weeks, man, it was like my body wanted to be there. It wanted to do it, and I was lifting for 45 minutes, and I'd get on a treadmill or work up a sweat for doing different things out there for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Take a shower and get on with my day. And my days were better. My mood was better.
You feel way
my
better.
body felt better. My digestive system was better. And I didn't really change what I was eating.
Yeah.
I just was doing something physical. I hadn't done it in a week and a half. I feel like freaking crap.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like crap right now.
And now the hard part is you got to go back,
Yeah.
Well, it might have been that breakfast.
Might have been the breakfast.
Might have been the harsh comments in the breakfast.
Yeah, my emotional and physical being is jacked up now from breakfast and Vernal.
And a daily multivitamin and stuff, that don't hurt. Like
No.
it's something that,
Drink
it's easy.
water.
Yeah,
Get
water.
off the soft drinks.
It is. Our diet is like a huge thing with our health.
Yeah.
But even if all you can do is go take a walk after you eat, like it's like massively beneficial. Like they've shown it in studies and everything. So
And if you have trouble doing it, find some way to help give you a little kick in the pants for it. So like for me, right, I got this Apple Watch, and there's tons of different fitness watches out there, right? But just set an easy goal. Like this thing basically will tell me, hey, you need to stand up.
Yeah.
Right? And at first you're like, whatever. But listen to it and just stand up for a few minutes.
nice.
If you do have a desk job or something like that. Or like just set little goals. Like, you want to get at least 15 minutes worth of some sort of movement on or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you visually can see that, and it becomes kind of a game. Like you feel bad that you didn't complete that at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right? Then slowly just step it up. I mean, there's tools out there to help you with.
Yeah, absolutely. Mine is I just don't like to get choked out a lot.
Yeah.
I go back a lot so I don't
Mine
get
is
choked out as much.
oxygen to the brain.
Yeah,
I want to
I
keep it there.
I like to keep thinking and breathing.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. My biggest thing, like you said, is I'll be like, I used to run,
Yeah.
I used to run at an 8 on the treadmill thinking I'm in high school. And I'm like, wait, I haven't done this for 15 years.
Yeah.
And
You got to start back in
You've
slow.
got to go really slow.
Absolutely. You got anything else on that?
No, I mean, it's like if you're into zinc, get zinc. If you're into omega-3s, like just a healthy diet, add some supplements, you're good. There's no specific one that I'd say you need.
Yeah. Get some sunlight.
Yeah, for sure. That vitamin D, baby. All right,
Yeah,
Andrew
seriously.
Leonards. He says, what are your top 5 battle box items that you would put in most, if not any, situation?
Man, there's this is I spent the most time on this question.
It was
than
a
any
fun
of them.
question, though, because it's all gear that we have. That's why it's fun. You know what I mean? You want me to go? You want to go first? You want me to go? Go for it.
I'll go
Cameron,
first.
Go for it.
So I've used the Wicked bone saw that came in the box so many times. Cut PVC, cut wood at home, cut pieces of my fence, like I love that thing.
Yeah.
Like I always take it with me when I go camping. So
that thing's great.
I think it would, maybe you do need to cut a leg off. I don't know. It'd be a great one.
It would be actually
So freaking sharp,
Yeah.
and it like the teeth on it are amazing. And it has a great grip. I like it. And you had said these, but I agree. Like those Zippo matches are incredible. Like
the Typhoon match kit is my favorite fire starter of all time.
it's like having a flare that start things on fire.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I love the Olight Striker. I always have that one with me when I go camping. I have it I take it in my trailer, put it in my truck when I'm not camping. Like I just like it because one, it's a tool, and like you can use it as a self-defense weapon, and it's bright, and it's like my favorite. Just purification tabs are super cheap, and we've had those in multiple boxes, I think.
Yeah.
But then you just drop it in a plastic bottle, and you can keep going and have your water purified out in the mountains or whatever.
Yeah.
And I meant to look that up, but we had one machete that had like a jagged edge on the backside.
That was
The spider work.
Outdoor Edge.
That's what
Razorback.
it is.
Razorback, that's the one, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I use that one so
Actually-
much. Like I use it more than I do
use
a
it a lot.
hatchet.
That Joker will go through some material.
It's
man.
awesome. Like
I've got these trees in my backyard that keep growing over my fence. I just take
like
that
one
sucker out
swipe
there.
and you'll take
Oh my
like
gosh,
4
I look
branches
like an idiot,
off.
but I gets it done. And my neighbor,
Yeah, that thing's sweet.
yeah. All right,
I always
those are
take
good.
that one with me. Yeah.
This one is one of my favorite items we've ever gotten. The Survival Frog Quad Pro wireless charger. That thing is awesome.
It is
I
awesome.
freaking love it.
Got it in my backpack right
Do
now.
you? Yeah. I mean, it just does so much, and so many. You got to keep your devices charged.
The thing that's so great about that is you just pull it out and set your phone on it.
I know it's got the
Yeah,
wireless
it's got
charging.
the wireless part.
It's
That's,
so nice.
got
and I
the
often
magnets.
forget that.
I know.
I know.
I'm like plugging it up. I'm like,
Why am I doing
that?
that?
Just put it right on top.
Yeah.
But it's got the solar. It's got the magnets. It's just, I just love the functionality of it.
It's
Just
got the clips. You can just
Yep,
hang
for
it on your
EDC.
backpack while you're walking.
for EDC, gosh dang.
Yeah.
There's not much better.
I use that thing all the time.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do too.
The Leatherman skeletal, obviously. I mean, I carry it every day. I'm not gonna lie. The next thing is, this one might sound weird, but I use it all the time, is that freaking Gear Halo deodorizer pods.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, this is weird. Why are we getting this? And I use it in my gym bag at jiu-jitsu. I smell like a damn ocean breeze all the time. Dude, I'm not joking you. Everybody, like, because I keep it in my little bag that I keep my gi in, and it just smells so good. Everybody's like, gosh dang, do you always
I
get
wanna
your stuff?
roll with you.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you always get it right out of the dryer? And I'm like, dude, it's these little pods that I put in my bag.
Yeah.
I've been
love
singing his
those
praises, dude.
I got those in my sock drawer, my underwear drawer. I got 2 or 3
I need to
thrown
use
in
them
the
more.
closet.
I don't smell anything right now,
got
but
one
I
in
bet
my
they're
truck.
great.
It fell out of my truck, one time, and I got back in my truck the next day. I'm like, gosh dang, it smells good in here. And I didn't realize it had fallen out of my bag into the back
And
seat.
once it's kind of up, you just throw it in the dryer.
Yeah.
And it rejuvenates, and
Wow,
you're
that's
good.
awesome.
So awesome.
It's freaking great.
Yeah. Anyways, I love that thing. And then, like Cam said, the Zippo Typhoon match kit, hard to beat. And the last one, just for functionality or something that every prepper I think should have, are the several different fire extinguishers we've gotten. So we got the throwable one at one point. You remember that one?
Yep.
I can't remember what that was called, but
Soretta or
Yeah, doesn't it just melt and,
Can't remember.
and puts,
Yeah, you-
extinguishes fire?
anyways, I've got that one sitting in my kitchen, like under the sink, and then I've got the Blaze Defense Systems one in my truck. So I just think
I have the fire blanket under my bed.
Yeah.
And the mask that they came with, the
Yeah.
little. I got them both right next to me
they're
at
just
night.
so practical,
absolutely. I mean, like the fire blanket, like I keep 2 in the kitchen.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good
great
idea.
You know, because I mean it's perfect for just throwing
kitchen's
onto
the perfect
a grease
place to
fire
have
or
it.
something like that.
All right, can you pick 5?
Oh gosh, man.
Dude? Good luck.
So definitely the survival frog, like you said.
Yeah.
I use that all the time.
Yeah, I use it a lot too.
I mean, it's just driving down the road. I got it on the dash, getting sunlight.
yeah,
You
it's so
know,
nice.
I can strap it to the backpack, get sunlight. Deer stand, you can strap it. Get
Yeah, just hang it
sunlight.
there.
I mean, it's freaking great. Multi-tool skeleton, that as well. I like to keep a multi-tool with me. Partially because I'm a mechanic by heart, so like
Yeah.
I always trying to fix something.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Or
to have
somebody's
that.
wanting you to fix
Or
something.
somebody's wanting you to fix something. Wow. Something that I really like, and I haven't used it a whole lot, but was it the borrow cook?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I've used it. I've used
Cam
all my
loves
packs.
those things.
Yep.
That thing's sick.
It is.
Like,
Dude.
I remember the first time I tested it. I
Almost
was
every
like,
time we go camping,
oh my
I usually cook something with
gosh,
it. Just because I
that
was
thing is
like,
so
it's
cool.
really nice.
So freaking cool.
And it impresses people too. Like, watch this. I'm gonna cook.
He's a
Yeah.
magician.
No fire.
I mean, I was like, yeah, it's gonna get warm. Like, no, that crap's hot.
I know,
Jack.
it's-
Like, it cooks it, man.
Yeah.
Those
Have you
are
tried
really cool.
the cup one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah,
It's just super weird. Like you said, you're just like, it's exciting and it freaking works.
because
you wouldn't think it would.
It does something in front of you.
Yeah.
which is cool. Like,
Yeah.
like you just do a little bit of work and then it does the rest. It's like, oh my god, I got like a portable freaking microwave.
I
Yeah,
know,
it's
dude.
awesome.
And you
think
can
how
do it
cool-
indoors, in your camper, in
Yeah.
your basement. You don't have to worry about the
Everywhere, man.
Smoke.
So freaking cool. When it comes to the EDC, I've been carrying a lot. Has been the one before this one. The
Which one did
Dang
you
it.
get before this? I can't remember which one it was.
Revo. No,
Oh.
the Revo's in that one.
No, this is the one with the clip or it clips in funny. You know, and it has the
Yeah.
bar that comes out. I can't remember what that. Oh, is that a Revo?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Was it
I
in
can't
this
remember.
one?
Yeah, it's in that one. Busted open. Can't think of the name of it.
I don't know.
And I don't have it on me because I had to fly.
Oh,
Damn it.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we'll back up.
Okay.
How much tape you go through a battle box?
A bunch. He's getting there. So an EDC that I was carrying every day until I switched up to the one I can't freaking remember right now is the
Reflex?
that's the Reflex. Yeah, that's the one that just came out.
Yeah.
It's the one before it.
It's the one before it. It was green handle, decent size folder.
Good hell, I can't remember what
Can't
that
remember
was.
the
Yeah,
tag
look it
on
up.
I see some dude. I go through so many.
So many knives.
It's like a fog, right?
Yeah, I'm
It's
sure.
like it's bad.
Yeah.
It's like super bad. So what was the one? And I'm forgetting this one's name. It was the one we did in the nuclear box.
Oh,
that
the
had
nuke?
The nuke.
The nuke.
Oh,
Ah,
I think it's
I love
freaking
that
awesome.
knife.
bro,
Dude.
that's a cool.
It just
knife.
looks cool.
It's a
Yeah.
beast
I'm
of
like,
a
it
blade.
looks like it's nuclear powered.
yeah, it's an awesome blade. I mean, I've used that thing.
It's hefty too.
Crazy.
Like it's got some weight behind it.
Yeah,
The Kitschy? Is that the one? That's not a folder though. So the
It was
last
the
one,
last folder. Whatever
the last folder.
was.
So was it the one that came in multiple colors?
yes,
What was that one?
I believe it was multiple colors.
I can't remember.
It was a
Hell.
Pro Plus because we did one in the Pro that was the fixed blade, and then we had the folder behind it. I think that's the right box. I want to say it had a black blade.
Gosh, man, I don't know.
I can't remember.
You remember what mission? You can't remember what mission it was.
I thought it was. It would have been like 70.
So 80 was the dead fish,
What was?
and then 79 was the Kitschy and the Revo, RJ1.
maybe
right?
it's the RJ1 I'm thinking about. Yeah, it's 79.
Yeah, that's the RJ1, the Revo. And then they have the Williamson that came before that.
That's fixed blade, huh?
That's a fix. Shit, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Like I said,
too many.
I've got. Oh my god, it's. I've got tubs.
I feel so bad for you.
Like,
Feel so bad.
And the
for
weird
you.
thing is you just want more.
yeah,
Like
Oh,
I have
man.
so many knives. My wife gets so mad, and I'm just like,
yeah.
this is my business.
Don't worry about it.
Another item that I've used quite
For
a
every
bit
mascara, I get 2 knives.
that I've enjoyed was the single man tent that we did.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I use that all the time too.
yeah, that thing's
I
awesome.
pitched it in my yard to sleep, like with my kids, and
Yeah, this thing's freaking awesome, man.
it's
Yeah.
time. It's
quick, it's
super
easy.
easy to pack too.
Easy to pack.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm 6'2".
Did you guys design that one, or was it something?
Yeah, we designed it.
Hell, yeah, it's the perfect one man
Yeah.
or 2
Or 2.
if you're that kind of person.
Yeah.
Nice.
I recommend you really like the second person.
Yeah, you got to because it's not very big.
No, I mean, I fill it out pretty good, but it's a perfect one man one man team.
Yeah, it is. It's great.
And I don't know if I did 5 or
I think that was 5.
Okay.
You got it. That's
All right.
good. That's tough, man.
It is
Yeah.
tough because, man, it's just so much.
So much.
Did you read that one?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so the official Shy Guy, right?
Yeah. Official Shy Guy.
What is each of yours favorite all-time survival tool?
Oh, gosh, we're getting. Yeah, so
There's just so many things.
there is. This isn't really a survival tool, but it's like one of my favorite items that I have in my preps. It is the BioLite Solar Home 620.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that? Oh, the thing is so cool.
Yes, I have.
So awesome.
Yeah. I have
It's just like
my
one of my
shed.
favorite preps just because it's anytime there's a power outage, I get like kind of excited. I'm like busting this thing out and I'm
Yeah.
lighting my house with it. So,
Yeah.
anyways, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, some of the things that we get, I'm just excited to show people.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorites was the Zippo 4-in-1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was so cool, and like you could, you had all these different things in it, and I showed it to my dad, and he ended up buying it for all my brothers for
Yeah.
Christmas. He's just like, "Just look at this thing." Took all the
Nice.
glory out of,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one of my favorite, and it's one that I have in my trailer just because it's so like it just has a lot of uses.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for me, man.
Mhm.
I'll tell you, and this may be a leak alert.
Do it.
He's thinking if he can do it or not.
I'm
Look at him
thinking
over
if
there.
I should, and I'm going to because it's freaking.
We don't
awesome.
have any
Yes.
listeners.
So I get a lot of stuff to test, right?
Yeah.
And I test these things, and then I talk with the boys, and we're like, "Hey, do we want to
You're like the
pursue
movie
this?
Big. When he's playing with all the
toy
toys.
tester.
Yeah, yeah. It's an issue. Ask my wife. So I get a lot of stuff coming across my desk, if you will, right? So, and some of it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it's worthy of talking and trying to figure out if we can make it work. Some of it's just garbage.
Yeah,
and
I'm sure.
I just slide it off and don't talk about it again. But this came across my desk, and I've seen this before, and it's so freaking awesome. It's freaking Grail.
Gosh, I can't wait. Oh, Grail. Yeah. So which one is it?
I'm not telling you.
Oh,
that.
gosh, dang it.
We got one, huh?
A long time ago, we got one of their very first versions.
Yeah.
The one that's the press,
Yeah,
right? So you
that's
press
right.
it through.
GeoPress.
Yeah.
And we both drank from.
See, that's funny because I saw you in a video. You were drinking from a Grail recently, and I was like, I wonder if that's a... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, see, I do stuff like that.
You do, yeah.
And some people, like, it's crazy, man. Like, people, because I do things intentionally.
Yeah.
And I don't do things intentionally.
Yeah.
And it's funny when people, like, think, they're like, hey, is he, trying to throw a bone here? And, like, it's totally wrong.
Spoiler,
Right? Like,
Yeah.
where are they getting this stuff? But
Yeah.
then I do something intentional and nobody freaking gets it.
And nobody notices.
That's
That's
funny. Yes. So, a Grail is coming. I'm not telling
That's
you
awesome,
when.
yeah.
I'm not telling you which one. But the freaking thing is awesome.
Oh.
I've been testing it out. I love it. Like, I literally have been
river,
using
toilet
it.
water.
Dude, I've been using it just like as
As your
my
regular
vessel
coffee
to
cup.
drink from. Like, I literally would go to the kitchen, get water out of my filtered water system, and filter it in the Grail just because I
It's
feel
so
like I've
sweet.
filtered water, and it's freaking awesome. I mean, but I have tested it. I've tested it in a swamp. I've tested it in creeks. I've tested it in my pond. I've tested. Of course, it's not going to do nothing with salt water, but
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Nice.
It is the perfect water filtration system.
Oh, my gosh.
Because you got a container with it as well. There's
Yeah.
no cross contamination.
Filter within. It's in.
Yeah, you can't cross contaminate with that. That's a problem with a lot of water.
Yeah.
filters.
That's true, huh?
You have to be cognizant
be
of
careful.
what you're doing
Mhm.
because, like, say something with just a basic straw and filter, and you put it in the water and you drink from it, and then you put it all back in the same package.
Yeah.
Well,
One droplet of Giardia.
yeah.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
Because this was your clean end of the straw, but now you've got it rolled up in
That's
the
true.
package where the dirty
Yep.
end of the straw is. You've just contaminated your whole freaking system. You didn't even think about it.
How easy that would be.
And that's with a bunch of different water filter systems out
Yeah.
there. But this, you can't cross contaminate unless you literally just
Yeah.
turn up the. It's great. So
That's awesome. We had the ultralight compact one, whatever that one was,
Yeah.
back in the day.
That was a
but
long time ago.
That was a long time ago. Ooh, that makes me excited. That makes me super excited.
And more cool stuff like that.
Yeah.
In the future.
Beautiful. Okay. This one came from Dylan5446. What are the most important non-material preps, like physical preparation, mental preparation, general knowledge, or skills such as turning tricks?
Yeah. Not proficient at that, bud.
No. This is similar
Pretty
to what we talked
similar.
about before, but I think overall health and wellness, boy, it's pretty tough to beat that one as pretty important non-material prep. That's for me though.
Yeah.
Same. That's the same for me.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, and like I said, we already kind of covered it.
Yeah.
You know, mental health, you know, risk assessments, physical health's huge, man. When you're physically fit, everything works better. Your brain works better. Everything works better.
Right.
Yeah, totally agree. All right, we can probably move on from that one now.
Yeah, Dylan stopped listening because it was already answered way back. TW Slater, as the supply chain gets worse, are there any supplements or vitamins that you all are stocking up on? Not asking about prescription or painkillers. Well, first I do Percocet, Adderall.
Oxycontin. That's
Some of them cold.
I think some people that I see think that's all they need.
Yeah. You talked about vitamin D the other day. That was
Vitamin
something.
D's huge.
Yeah.
Like 60% or more people that I draw labs on are vitamin D deficient. So
That
it's a
comes back to
supplement that we
what-
should put back in there.
What Brandon was talking
They don't
about,
get
not
outside?
getting outside. You know,
Yeah.
you're not getting that natural vitamin D from the sun. So
Right.
being deficient.
And depending to where you live, like, you know, if you live in the Pacific Northwest, you're just not going to get it.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, like zinc's been shown to be very effective at preventing and helping your immune system. Elderberry, I swear by elderberry.
Really?
Like,
You go elderberry every time you say it. I would.
children, come get some elderberry.
Come get your elderberry.
But there's just a lot of uses in these like natural ones. Like magnesium's great for constipation and headaches, and omega-3s. We talked about how useful they are in helping your depression and things like that. So,
Yeah.
I think just a good multivitamin that has a lot of these in it. Get some additional, like they make like an immuno boost. You know, it's like elderberry, zinc, and echinacea in the same pill. Like, and those are preventative. People like to like take 15,000 of them when they're already sick, and it's really
Not doing a lot.
You're doing it as you're exercising and eating better and taking.
So I got a question about that, because this is something I've struggled with. So when it comes to multivitamins, okay, you go to the store, there's a freaking
billion and a half.
ton of multivitamins, right? So what is it? What should I look for, like? Because I mean, your body's only going to absorb. Like you look at some things that says 8,000% daily, intake or whatever.
Vitamin C or something.
So I mean, and do you have a recommendation? But like, when do I know I'm looking at something that's bull crap, or I'm looking at something that's really good? Are they all the same? Or
I always avoid proprietary blend because it's just probably baby powder mixed with whatever else. Like you don't know what's in there. And the other thing that I've like from what I've read and studied in conferences I've gone to, if you're eating, you know, a balanced meal, you know, they always say put more colors on your plate, with that. And even then, like you don't need to be taking a multivitamin every single day. Like they've, you know, in ways that's a lot for your body to process, and you should get rid of it. So, like, honestly, if you have a multivitamin, because you need it to supplement with what our diet consists of, but like 3 times a week of any of them is going to be fine.
Okay.
So really, like, just having that supplement occasionally, you don't need it every day.
Interesting.
So
Yeah, and I've got the Surviviguard, like in the number 10 can.
that's the brand. I couldn't remember.
It has
the
like
name.
25-year shelf life, so I've just got a can of that multivitamin just sitting in my preps because you know when shit hits the fan and you're gonna be eating this like freeze dried garbage and you're not getting
Lots
this thing.
of salt.
Oh god,
And you're probably going to be hunkered down a little more, you know.
yeah. So I just feel like those would be at least something, you know, to keep that immune system up and.
If I remember,
function.
Surviviguard, I don't think it had anything proprietary. Like it has everything listed, and it's in reasonable amounts. Like you said, it's not 8,000% of your vitamin. It's like
holy crap.
because it's more. Yeah, it's more natural stuff. So you get a lower amount, but yeah.
Good. All right, this one. Oh, how to get 2 questions in there? T.W. Slater. Gosh,
That
this prick.
son of a.
Whatever.
You're banned from the next two.
Yeah, you're not getting in this for the next 4 months. Unless your cousin AC Slater comes on that. So,
I was supposed to say that. That's great.
this isn't really a question, but I would like to hear your thoughts. I have always thought about that hiking boots would be the best footwear for SHTF situations, but now with work boots becoming more comfortable, I'm starting to think that a nice composite toe boot would work great. Sometimes I use my boots as a hammer on my feet, and I think it would come in handy. Okay, that's an interesting
footy.
one.
Have you used a lot of different hiking boots and shoes? And like I haven't spent a lot of time with
really,
a lot of them.
but I have worn a metric ton of different work boots in my life.
I'll bet, yeah.
So, it depends, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to take care of your feet,
Yeah.
You do,
right?
Yeah.
So I know in my past experiences, I've got really my feet sweat a lot.
Mine do
I
too.
mean,
Yeah.
whether
Oh my gosh, yeah.
whether I'm in freaking flip flops or freaking work boots, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I've had trench foot since I was in high school.
it's bad. Oh God, it's bad. So, when I was a mechanic, I had to wear steel-toed boots or composite boots, some sort of safety boot.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried lace-ups, breathables, Gore-Texes, leathers, just slip-ons, actual tennis shoes that were, had composite toes in them.
I didn't know they made those.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
That's crazy.
So it's and some of them, dude, I've had bad experience with. Like,
Really?
like I get blisters or sores in certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's the thing.
you're going to go through a lot of money finding that good work boot. Because I'm wearing a good work boot. Like I wore Justin slip-on work boots, steel-toe work boots. I loved them. They were like freaking. Once you broke them in, they were like wearing a pair of damn Nikes.
Yeah.
I mean, they were great. But like I personally don't like in a work situation having lace-ups. I don't like that because I would be welding and cutting and stuff, and every time I wore lace-ups, a freaking spark would go down and burn
Big
through
old
with my
slag
lace.
that would cut through.
It's like great, So that's a very subjective question.
We get a lot of people asking about them too, and I'm like, footwear.
It's so hard, man.
Because everybody's foot's different.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like nobody's is the same, and it really depends on. He's talking to SHTF situations. Well, what is your situation? I don't know. So if I'm going somewhere where I have to do a lot of hiking, so I prefer when I'm hiking. I actually don't like hiking boots at all.
Right.
And I've never done good with them. Every time I've had hiking boots, I end up with blisters.
Yep.
I went on a couple of hunts a few years ago where I was like 30 miles, for like 3 or 4 days, and I was hiking constantly.
Yeah.
I had shoes, just like regular old tennis shoes, and I did perfect.
Yeah.
But again, you're trading the rugged, hiking boot and waterproof for comfortability. So it really just depends on.
And some brands are very focus driven on the sole and not the whole footwear overall.
Yeah.
So I had the same kind of experience. I went, this has been years ago, but I went to Colorado on an elk hunt. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a flatlander, guys. Like I hiked and hiked and hiked and hiked where I bought a pair of what seemed to be really nice hiking boots.
Yep.
My feet were tore up in under 24 hours. Blister on the back of both feet at the heel area. Blister on one of my toes. And I guess some of that was due to socks too. But there was pinch points in this boot.
Yep.
Traction was great. But I was hurting the rest of the freaking week, So, and then, it's terrain, right? Like me, a bug out, hit the fan deal. Where I'm at, I'm going to be more because I'm around a lot of swamps and low ground. So my footwear is going to be completely different from your footwear here in Utah.
Yeah.
So
Like you said, I think it's subjective. It just depends on the person. And
that's basically what I had said is like, if that guy has worn day in, day out those work boots and not had foot problems, I'd buy another pair of them.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
even if they're work boots, if you're hiking or bugging out or going to be in them and that you work in them day in, day out without blisters or foot pain, I'd get another pair.
Yeah, that's the key. Or, if there's like if you got 2 pairs of tennis shoes that work well, just keep
Right.
both of them with you and just keep swapping them out.
I agree, man.
I mean, you don't have to have a hiking boot to hike. You're just,
No.
there's certain different things that a hiking boot does. They may give you better ankle support than a pair of tennis shoes do, or a pair of like Justin slip-on boots like I wear, or obviously cowboy boot type designs, you know. But, there's a trade-off. Like, if I go hiking in these Utah mountains right now with Justin slip-on work boots, I'm probably going to jack my ankle up at some point because there's 0 ankle support.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I hate tying shoes because sometimes I can't bend over my fat belly to tie my shoes, so I like slip-ons.
Yeah. But yeah, I bought a North Face like light snow boot, and I've worn it like everywhere. Worn it through the summer. I've worn it like all kinds of different terrains around here, and it's held up. It's been comfortable. It's not too hot. It keeps my foot warm. Like, I'll buy another pair any day.
Yeah.
Over, ones that I've read that are $150 that I don't know what they're going to be like.
Yeah, exactly. I like this. Hey, guys, I want you to imagine this, okay? The grid is down. Your hometown was just devastated by a natural disaster. Or you stopped to help a car that broke down on the side of the road. Would you have what you need to deliver a baby? Would you? Huh?
Got my hands.
You got your hands.
Keep a baseball mitt in my glove box.
See, yeah. No, you probably wouldn't, right?
Probably wouldn't.
Probably. The Combat Midwife developed the perfect kit to add to your preps. The official Combat Midwife birth kit, brought to you by Medical Gear Outfitters, will give you peace of mind in a chaotic world. Our new world consists of COVID, quarantines, and overrun hospitals. Babies are unpredictable about when they decide to join us in this crazy world. A birth kit is just what you need to be prepared for any labor and delivery emergency. The movies lied to you. You need more than just a newspaper and a shoestring to deliver a baby. There are a bunch of damn liars in Hollywood. The Combat Midwife birth kit is what you need to care for the lady you love in any SHTF birth situation. All right? This kit is user-friendly. All these items included are exactly what the Combat Midwife takes to every birth. And now you have access to them too. You will never be caught unprepared again. Right, Cameron?
No way.
Yeah, buy this kit and all of your family's medical gear needs at medicalgearoutfitters.com. Learn more about the Combat Midwife and how to use this kit at combatmidwife.com. The best part is if you use our code Casual Preppers, you're going to get 10% off everything. You're going to deliver every baby in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
All right? That's what you're going to do. So go check them out, Combat Midwife and Medical Gear Outfitters.
Yeah. That's the ultimate prepared there.
Well, for
I'm
sure.
telling you, buddy. I've never thought of that.
We got a birthing box.
I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah. Does
It has good stuff in it. It's
Does
great.
it come with a wooden dowel rod wrapped in leather?
No, it
For the
doesn't
girl
come with
to
that.
bite while she's giving birth?
It
box.
comes with
Just roll the box of
it
them.
comes with a certificate, so you have a birth certificate.
Yeah, it's got like a beanie. It's got a baby onesie. It's got like it's the
A thing to
it's
do
the
like
real
the
deal.
footprints or whatever too, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's like the
For
stuff
real?
that costs
Yeah.
the hospital $5, but they charge you $60,000 for.
Yeah.
But the whole kit's like $60 or something like that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
insane.
But
Pretty
yeah,
cool. Pretty cool.
That's pretty friggin' cool.
All right, this one came from Aaron Samuelson. If you had to pick a robot, real or we get a lot of weird questions, just so
We
you know.
do.
If you had to pick a robot, real or from a movie, TV show, to bug out with you, which one would you pick and why?
The one from the Jetsons.
Oh, the
that's a good one.
which
What was
one
his
though?
name?
Which one?
The butler one.
Oh, the butler.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Gosh.
What was the Jetsons?
I'm looking it up.
That's a
Can't
good
remember.
one.
Oh, yeah.
So I went with the T-800 Terminator.
Oh yeah,
I'm taking the
the
Terminator. with
original,
me.
not the liquid.
Not the liquid. That's not the T1000. The T800.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Oh yeah,
You're bugging out with Arnold Schwarzenegger,
yeah,
and he's a robot.
yeah. And if you get, yeah, that'd be awesome. And he's
Seriously.
delivered to you naked
Yeah, he comes naked.
in
Yeah.
glowing ball.
You can make a loincloth out of your emergency blanket for him, and you just
Man,
go.
It was tough. I was thinking about different ones.
Okay.
R2D2 would be great.
Oh yeah.
Super smart.
Mhm.
Fly around with him, whatever. But I also, do you remember like iRobot Sonny?
Yeah.
He'd be like the ultimate robot.
Sure. Yeah.
Because he's like smart, agile, creepy.
Yeah.
Like-
you gotta have a creepy robot.
But yeah. Is RoboCop a robot?
Yeah.
He's like half and half.
That's a
but
cyborg.
Cyborg, yeah.
Yeah.
I want his gun.
So it was Rosie. That's what I was
Oh,
thinking.
Rosie. Right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Rosie.
Because she's
That's
like,
right.
she had an attitude,
Ooh,
man. It was
gosh.
great. Like,
She got
didn't
that
take no crap
sexy
off
outfit
nobody.
on too, right?
That's why he wanted a female robot.
She got that like maid's outfit on
Yeah, she
with
does.
the apron and all.
I was wondering if that was the one. I was like, Maybe
No,
a different
so if I had to pick actually pick a robot, let me think about this.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think.
Um,
Throw answer out there willy nilly.
Yeah.
This is a big deal.
No, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Life and death.
like one of I guess they're considered robots, like one of the Transformers.
Yeah, see, I thought about like
that's true.
Optimus Prime.
You just get a
right?
freaking diesel truck. Yeah, you got a semi.
Yeah, I mean, you got something to ride,
Yeah,
right? You
yeah.
got something to freaking whoop freaking butt. When,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's true. I don't know why I didn't think of Optimus.
yeah, one of the
I
Transformers.
thought about it,
Just
but-
not sure which one though.
Yeah, he's huge, and that'd be great.
Yeah, that's probably the right answer.
That is probably the
You're-
best answer.
You're right.
Can pack everything on him and have him haul it.
Gosh dang it.
Justin Curtis, Twix or Reese's peanut butter cups?
Twix.
I don't like Reese's.
You don't like Reese's peanut butter cups?
No, they're like the most popular Halloween candy, though. I think.
Are they?
I do
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Reese's, but I'll pick Twix over.
yeah.
I feel like they're too much of the same. It's like I'd rather just. It feels like you're dipping a spoon in, peanut butter. You're just like,
What's wrong with that? Whatever.
what's wrong with
I'm
that?
going with Reese's.
I like Twix. You get two of them.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
Yeah, you can share.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just be selfish like
It's
I
got a
usually
little bit
am.
of crunch to it.
It does have that crunch.
They're good.
The Reese's don't have the crunch to it.
All right, Emily Talley asks, is there a topic or a story that you'd like to cover but don't because you don't want to deal with the PC backlash or people sending angry messages? If so, what is it? So we've dealt with this many times over the 6 years or whatever of this podcast, or 5 years. The ones that anytime we talk about guns
It's probably the most sensitive one.
or
Like the
ham
most-
radio or something, that's where we have issues.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
we have been attacked on the radio.
the only one we've ever done with guns, we brought Curran on and let him do it. So if
Yeah.
there's backlash, he got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
What kind of backlash you get on ham radio?
We had some people that are really the intricates of like
Yeah.
communication. Like
So we did
you said UHF, and it's actually
we did an episode on communication a while back, and there's just so much to it. We're not
Yeah.
going to get everything right? We do our best.
So it was more
technicalities.
y'all didn't say it
Yeah.
right or didn't.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
you said this about this repeater, this about this CB's, this, and I was like, okay, well, we did the best
Yeah.
we could. You know,
Well, I mean, and that's the thing too. Like your hardcore ham radio operators are very intelligent.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, they are.
Very intelligent, and they've they
It's like a lifetime thing for them, right?
yeah. I mean, it like I said, you can go down many rabbit holes. You can go as deep as you want into it, and so yeah, I can get it. It's kind of the same thing with guns. You know,
yeah.
you got people. So I'm no expert at ham radio
Yeah.
by any means. I know a good bit about it, but I'm still learning. I've only been general license for 2 years now.
Oh wow, it's been that
So,
long, huh?
yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I get that, but I mean, for me,
That'd be a fun episode
What?
to get if I can ever get that done.
Oh yeah, it would be.
To call
Mhm.
Curran and
Yeah.
chat over that.
yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. It sounds cool.
You can easily geek out.
Yeah.
on that. Wow.
Bug out vehicles can be a little tricky.
Yeah.
'Cause
Those can
people are
be-
very they have their preferences and they have a lot of knowledge in it, and
Yeah.
a dummy like me that drives a Honda Pilot half the time.
yeah, exactly.
They're like, "What are you talking about?"
I took some heat on my bug out the video I did when I put the Lightner Designs rack and deck system and all in my truck.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Like it was like, oh yeah, look, yeah, I'm gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah,
People are gonna
I get
wanna
that all
rob
the
me.
time.
So I mean, I get that, but at the same time, like you got to put stuff somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on. And then it's it's a red truck. Yeah, like you're gonna be not seen. I'm like, dude, I'm not camouflaging my truck or changing the color of
Yeah,
my truck
I have a
now for
bright
you to be
yellow.
happy during this video. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
never good enough.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I can't,
Yeah.
afford a Humvee that's green, and
Yeah.
but I mean, does that not stick out? I mean,
It
who's
does.
driving a Humvee?
It
right?
absolutely does.
Would the Humvee guy be, the prepper guy we need to go after to get his stuff? So.
Yeah.
But I mean, with me, man, it's it's kind of the like one of the first questions talking about like the TV side of things.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that just drives me nuts is some of the misinformation out there as far as like Bear Grylls drinking his piss.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean that's a bad. You're going to you're dehydrating yourself far worse than you can
Yeah.
imagine. And people run with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I say something about that in a post or as a comment or something,
Yeah.
and I end up getting freaking hammered.
Oh, yeah, you
Bear
get-
Grylls knows what he's talking about. You don't.
Yeah.
You sell battle box. You're not a real prep. Okay, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Go drink all
This
the piss
piss is
you
good.
want, brother.
Go sip your piss,
It's
buddy.
true. There's like, yeah, but
There's
you get that
always
with
something.
anything.
We've always, Cam and I have been throwing around the idea of doing like a TikTok series called Assholes on the Internet. But we haven't done it yet.
That'd be awesome.
You know what I
man.
mean? Just
Yeah.
We'll just see the truck be like, well, you got a bug shield. What the hell's that going to do? You're
Gotta
going to
yell.
block your vision, really, if you're looking down low. Like,
windshield on this truck. Come on, real guy
like,
don't have
people
no
have
windshield.
to criticize
Oh,
every
my
What's
guy.
that sticking up on your hood there?
Yeah.
A bug shield? Why is there bugs splattered all over your windshield?
Yeah, apparently that doesn't work. That's a
Doesn't
waste of
work.
weight.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah, medical is actually kind of a sensitive
Oh,
one
yeah, it
too.
is.
Like I get the nursing community on my butt every time I say
Mm-hmm.
something. Well, you said bandage and you don't use those in the ICU. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's always technicalities.
There's some little thing. That
Well, and
they
a lot of it is the person's not really trying to educate you on something
No.
or tell you something. They feel better because they feel like they know more than you.
that's
and they're
that's
just saying
the
it.
part I hate.
They're just saying it.
I'm
to
like, I'm
throw
totally-
that out there to
Yep.
beat their own chest. That's all
That's
they're
exactly what that is.
doing. Like for me as a YouTuber, okay,
Oh,
as a
yeah.
YouTuber and a
YouTube's
guy
like
on
the most
social media,
vicious.
like the comment section will drive you bonkers if you allow it to.
Yeah, yeah.
Like skim through it. If you see like that dude that's just he's never happy.
Mm-hmm.
He's always got something to say. He's bashing you. He's talking about your mama. I don't know what it is, right?
Yeah.
You just got to learn to.
It's so true.
He hates himself. He doesn't hate me.
Yeah.
He hates himself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
But it's tough, dude. Like some people get on there, man, and you really want to.
Yeah.
You would not say that to
If I
my
was right
face
here,
if
yeah.
I was standing in front of you.
100%.
But you gotta keep on trucking, man.
The YouTube comments section, it's like the crotch of the world. It's the
is.
worst area ever.
Ever.
Yeah, it's just the worst of humanity live
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
All their
unfortunately.
bottle up anger just
Yeah.
comes out. About a
Sip-
video on
Yeah.
opening Disney toys.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's so stupid, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
You're dumb. Your fingernails look terrible. It's like
We've actually had comments like
I
that
did, yeah.
before.
I was
Yeah.
like opening something. They're like, "You never clean under your fingernails." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that's what you got out of that?" Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're
Move
trying
on.
to show you this piece of gear that could save your life, and you're worried
You're
about
worried about my
fingernails.
cuticles.
Yeah, yeah.
Freaking weirdo.
Where we at? We had
Jason Oy.
Oi.
Oy.
What product you bought as a prep has been the most useful in everyday life?
I'm gonna just show it again.
This podcast brought to you by
Leatherman
Skeletor.
Skeletor. That's all I'm going. That's all I'm gonna say.
But yeah,
Also, no, I do want to add. My toilet paper preps have saved me 1,000,000 times. I'm not even gonna joke. Like,
Absolutely.
you don't know how many times we're in the house. It's like, oh crap, we're out of toilet paper, and I'm like, all right, go get some from the pile, but you're gonna replace it.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
here's your key.
Here's your key.
Both of you got to
There's a new combination. But yeah.
on 3 turn.
That
On
one's
3
been
turn.
big. It's saved my butt. Well, literally my butt so many times.
Your butthole.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Those are hard questions.
they
Yeah,
are
they're
hard
hard.
questions. I just said in my I never carried an EDC knife as much as I do now, and I'm grateful for that because I use it all the time for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just a regular EDC knife is like my,
Yeah.
that's probably the most useful tool to me. Is
I'll go
having
with that
on
too.
me.
I'll go with that
Yeah,
too. My
just
neck
that.
knife,
The neck knife. Yeah.
dude.
It's weird to see you without
I
a neck
know
knife.
it's weird not to have it on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did it get confiscated or you
No, I just
knew?
didn't bring it.
Yeah.
I knew it would get snatched.
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, that neck knife, and it could be pocket knife. It just happens to
Yeah.
be my neck knife. Like, I use that thing
Mhm.
all the time.
Yeah.
'Cause it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just right there. I mean, if I had it and showed it to you guys would be like, man, that thing looks horrible.
Dull.
Like it's tore all to pieces. But
That's awesome.
Yeah, they just come in handy at all
love
times.
Love a neck knife.
They really do. All right, Eric Clemmer. Would you trust a creek or river that ran through a town or city as a water source? If so, what steps would you recommend to purify it?
Use your Grail. That's
Oh,
boom.
yes.
Subscribe so that you can get your grail.
That's true though.
I think it depends on the town, hugely.
Yeah, I mean, if I see a turd floating by, like,
Or a body.
I may search somewhere else, but
I don't know. You got to do what you got to do.
Push it downstream.
yeah.
But like
easy on the side.
here in town, I'd probably feel
Oh, yeah.
mostly just sand, and dead animals and
Oil,
pieces of side-by-side tire.
Trump flags, floating down the river.
But like when I lived in Sao Paulo, it just looked like they were dumping, like they were just running oil out of the town in
I'll
the
bet.
river.
Yeah.
And there's like boxes and dead
Dead
animals
cats,
and
yeah.
stuff. I was just like, you could never filter that ever.
Yeah.
But so I think it depends.
Most of the time, yeah, man. If I got my Sawyer Mini, I'll suck that stuff out of there.
Speaking
I'll go for
of
it.
like people commenting, it's like we did a video like filtering water. They're like, what if they poison the water supply? It's like, okay,
Yes.
what a scenario that would
never ending, is it? It's awesome.
be. Just talking about filtering
Nuclear
water.
warhead landed beside you.
Yeah.
Before the liquid reached your mouth, it would not work. Yeah,
So
no
true, though.
freaking crap, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alfred Gunn.
Okay.
What children's toy can be used as a self-defense in case of an emergency? Picture of John Wick was in Home Alone instead of the blonde kid. He didn't even know the kid.
Macaulay Culkin.
Personally,
The blonde kid.
that stupid little blondie.
Wasn't John Travolta in that movie?
Saturday Night Fever. Not quite the same.
Personally, I see a lot of jump rope strangles and crayons in the eye sockets.
Oh, man. Yeah, I had to think about this for a minute,
I did too.
but I think I did it. I think I got
You
it
had
figured
good-
out.
You had good stuff. Go
No,
ahead.
them Legos. There's the booby traps, man. You know what I mean? I'm throwing them Legos out everywhere I go.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put that thing on the front door that says, "Please take off your shoes." So
Yeah.
maybe they'll get their shoes
Yeah.
off. I don't know.
Old
We'll have to
cow
see what
trops, man.
Yeah.
Cow trops.
I don't know. Some of those
Caltrops,
will
yeah.
even you can even fill them through your
You could.
freaking soles.
And then you got to go grab that super soaker and fill it with hot sauce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you could use baby monitors as like recon.
Yeah, that's what I was
comms.
just thinking
Was
about.
it? Yeah, see? There
Yeah, I
you
was
go.
like, baby
Those are
monitors,
great.
man.
Yeah.
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 That's
I
what
just
I'm doing.
said those chemistry kits, man. Like
Oh, yeah.
everything in those burns your eyeballs.
Yeah, there's not-
Splash a little in there, and your eyes swollen for a week.
that's
There's
true.
marble and rock collections.
Oh,
Yes.
You can make them trip, or you can just put them in a little bag. And
yeah.
and I couldn't think after
Or
that.
just release the kids themselves.
no
That-
kidding.
yes.
Oh, it's a
gonna
bunch
leave.
of kids. I can't stand
Turn
this.
the
I'm
kids
out.
loose on 'em.
Yeah, never mind. This place
Yeah.
ain't worth it.
So yeah, definitely Legos and
Legos are a
and
great one. That was my first thought.
Jacks and marbles.
yeah.
Sure.
Jacks, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Or if you got a good supply of the army, man,
Oh, yeah.
send the troops in.
Put them out, man. Put them out.
I've stepped on. My kids got into like the old fashioned ones that are just hard plastic
Yeah.
that just sit
Yeah.
upright. Have you stepped on one of those?
Not lately.
It makes a Lego feel
Does it?
like a piece of marshmallow or something.
Or if you have a daughter that's got a bunch of like the creepy baby dolls,
those
just sit them around. They'll
Yeah.
leave once they see them in the,
Yeah.
with the flashlight.
Just have them hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm out.
Never mind.
Wrong house.
Ain't worth it.
Yeah, nothing here that we want.
Nothing here but fear and anxiety. I'm leaving.
Where are we at?
Corey Edwards.
Corey Edwards. Love the show and been listening to to the Cam's mini strokes for a long time. Do you have a preferred survival knife for outdoor or bushcraft?
I love that that's like a little inside joke with everyone.
Yeah.
Cam just has a hard time talking.
Yeah.
So they say he has little mini strokes.
Listen,
all the time.
Corey. When I worked construction, my name was Corey.
That's right.
the freaking
Funniest story I've
construction
ever heard.
manager could not get my name right, so he always called me Corey. Wrote my name on the gloves. My cousin was like, "Oh, you're Corey now."
He wrote it on his gloves. He was Corey that whole summer.
Yeah. So,
That's
joke's
awesome.
on you, Corey. I was you once.
Yeah.
But I'm going back to the Tops Field Crafts. Is my
Yeah.
favorite.
I'm the Cub or the Field Craft. I like the Cub too. Yeah.
You can't go wrong with tops.
Yeah. You can't.
You really can't.
No.
Great.
Not go wrong with tops.
No, I'm guessing that's where you're going to.
Oh,
One of
yeah.
those. Okay.
All
good.
day long.
That's easy. Easy peasy.
Have you ever tried the flip one? They have a
Fieldcraft flip
the
one.
Field Craft.
I have
flip.
not yet.
I wondered.
got that.
It seemed like when we tried it at the conference or
Yeah.
whatever, I was like,
Pretty
it feels
cool.
just like the fixed
It
blade.
does.
Like it has to be pretty good.
Yeah, it's on my list. Of
They
things
wouldn't
to
release
get.
it if
Yeah.
Tops doesn't put crap out.
No, they don't.
Sam Harrelson. Where do you keep your bug out bag, and when was the last time it was updated?
None your business.
That's what I said.
Oh,
I'm like,
nice.
you want my bank and blood type and my address and wife's cell number now? There's Sam.
Your
I mean,
wife's-
that's sensitive information.
yeah, it is. huh?
I'm not telling you where I keep it, but I go through it
He's got pen and
fairly
papers like,
often. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, especially as a Battle Box subscriber,
That's
man.
me too, dude.
You get something in, you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna add that, or I'm gonna replace something else, or whatever. So I go through, and I've got multiples, because I got some seasonal ones,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you guys do with the swings y'all have here. Like we don't
Yeah.
have as much of a swing in the
I
Southeast.
usually will just kind of modify mine come this time of year,
Yeah.
for winter, and then modify it again in the spring. So.
Yeah. And I'm kind of in that mindset too, that like my bug out bag, if you will, for at home versus say a bug out bag that's traveling with me, which
Yeah,
I
that's
consider
true.
more of a get home bag, but it can be a bug out as well. It's kind of loose filled, so that depending on the situation, I've got things staged where I could quickly fill it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I guess it's not
Yeah.
a complete bug out bag, but like depending on the situation, there's a few things that I may or may not add.
As long as you're
And to me, it's
organized,
quicker
just
to
get it
do
together.
that than to completely
Yeah.
take away and try to rebuild.
I think that's a good idea. I like that. Yeah.
It's hard sometimes. Some of the gear I like to use when I go camping, I'm like, I want to leave it in there.
Yeah.
Instead of take it out, forget to put it back in.
Yeah, that happens
Yeah.
to me a lot too. But as far as where I keep it, it just kind of depends, right? Usually it's in a certain spot, but if it gets if there's a situation where it feels like stuff is getting dicey, or you know what I mean, there might be something coming, I'll put it in a spot where it's more
Between you and your
accessible.
wife.
Yeah.
Sleep with
Sleeps
it.
right in the middle of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's just down in my basement.
Oh,
hanging up.
Now
ready
I
to
know
go.
where it's at.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Or is it?
I keep mine next to the Rottweiler.
Dude, that's perfect. That's a great place. Great place. Right next to his bag too.
Yeah.
Travis Clark, if you don't prep for one specific event, what should be the most important piece of gear to have? Water, plan, food, and shelter, or are adequate in this theoretical? I don't know what the hell he's saying there.
So I guess
but
he's-
I think he's, what's the most important prep, basically?
And I guess he's saying the basics are covered.
Is that kind of what
I
he's
don't
saying?
know
what
what
he's
he's
saying?
saying, man. Gear to have. I don't know.
So basically he is saying that those are adequate. You have all those.
Okay.
So I guess I read that wrong.
Water. Okay.
So outside of that,
Yeah.
and what did he add?
He said water, plan, food, and shelter.
Water plans, food and shelter are covered.
Yeah.
So what's the?
I would say a backup communication plan.
Yes.
Like a way to communicate with your family and not relying solely on your cell phone.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, or I don't know if he's talking about you're in the situation, but here's the thing to think about. Like, are you lone wolfing it, or do you have a group?
I'm going to say you got a group.
Yeah.
You're a dummy if you're lone wolfing it.
Dude,
Yeah.
a lone wolf's never going to completely make it.
no.
No.
He's going to
Yeah.
either just be his own demise, or he's going to join something somewhere.
Eventually.
Have to.
Yeah. I just don't understand.
And I think a lot of people think that way too.
I know,
Like
they do.
they got that lone wolf mentality.
Yeah.
Brother, you're not going to last.
It sounds nice.
It
Sounds
does.
sounds
You
great.
sound like a freaking man,
Yeah.
you know, out there by yourself.
But it's just
you
not going
trip
to happen.
and break your arm. You're like, well, piss.
It's not going to happen. There's just no way. It's just
Yeah.
not going to happen. Well, I don't know about that, man. Travis, yeah, communications.
I mean, if those are covered,
Mm-hmm.
your survival, your percentage of survival is high. If those are essential and covered, just have two of each.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, double up.
Double up, just in case.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. C.E. Martin. Do you have a plan for what to do in the SHTF situation when your dominant hand is badly injured or disabled for an extended period, i.e. the hook hand scenario?
Yeah, this is such a weird question.
So when you lose your whatever dominant hand, huh?
Yeah.
Can't use it? What do you do?
I don't
Never
really
thought
have-
about that.
I don't have a plan, but I did break my arm once, and it's pretty. You get used to it pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, your body actually adapts way quicker than you think it does.
It
in certain
does.
situations. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm extremely right hand dominant.
Yeah.
Like my left hand is pathetic.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
And However, I have had multiple shoulder surgeries where the last one I was in a brace for 6 months.
Holy cow! Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I want to say within a couple weeks, but I was doing pretty good with writing and just doing as many daily tasks as I could do with my left hand. So I don't know, but that is something to think about, right?
It is something.
That
I
think a
was
lot
like,
of
I
us
never
don't.
thought about that.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think you're going to be doing any quick draw that you need to be like.
No.
yeah, I mean, it's going to suck.
Yeah.
You're going to get through it, I'm sure. But how do you plan for that?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Just get ambidextrous.
Write it down in your book.
Yeah, go ahead and start practicing everything with your
Get 2
non-dominant
sets of
side.
scissors.
Those left hand
Scissors are probably the hardest to cut with.
what are you
wrong
supposed to do?
I don't even know why it doesn't work. You're just like,
Why? Engineering marvel. I don't get it.
that's one of the hardest things to use with your left hand. You're like, nope, I can't.
It doesn't
Just like
work.
bend the paper and everything.
Yeah.
So I
that's
don't know. Get some ambidextrous stuff, I guess.
The more you know.
Exactly.
Wow. I've never. You're right, though, man. What kind of voodoo is going on?
It doesn't make any sense. You're doing the same thing.
Yeah. I think my HK pistol that I bought has the grips in it for left and right, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
So you can swap it out. Well, I don't know if you don't have a hand. It's probably pretty hard to even do that.
Good luck.
Oh, hook hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and salute. You gonna get this one, Cam?
No, I did that C.E. Martin.
Okay, Christian Prepper, places to get survival training in Utah. The only thing I know of is Fieldcraft Survival. And does Ready Man do anything like that?
They did.
You know?
They should.
I know they used to.
but
They did classes, and I don't know if it's necessarily survival as much as it was like team, like what's the way to put it? Team training for more tactical
Yes.
type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they would be a resource to go to because they know their crap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
They're
sure.
good across the whole spectrum.
Yeah, the only one I know of is Fieldcraft because I know they do
I'm not
classes
even,
and things like that.
Yeah. I know there's a podcast out in Utah that talks about survival stuff.
You're right. Yeah, it's free.
Free, and you can listen to it.
Exactly.
There's always canning at the church. They'll teach you a thing
will.
or two.
Yep.
But I don't
There's
know
a lot
if any
more to cannon
specific-
than you think there is.
Oh, there is.
I can't do it. My mom's a master.
You can do it. Okay.
You can do it.
I need to learn how to do it. Become a terrorist, like they say on Facebook.
Canning terrorists.
Terrorists. These preppers are getting out of control.
Yeah.
The official Shy Guy again.
He got on. Yep, he's done.
What is, in your guys' opinion, the best bug out SHTF vehicle and why?
Now I'm not even going after this one. Because again, it's stupid.
Your feet.
Yeah. It's totally dependent on your situation, totally dependent on your bug out plan and your bug out location. Everything is dependent on it. So anything really can work as long as you've got it prepared and you're ready for it, right? I mean, the stock answer comes back to always something that has like the limited electronics, has 4-wheel drive, great gas mileage, all those things.
Yeah,
So
there's too many variables.
it is what
There
it
are.
is.
The variable I will add to it though is the best bug out vehicle is the one you're prepared to leave behind.
Oh, hey.
Oh, that's good. Never
That's
heard
wisdom.
that.
That's
Never
wisdom.
heard that.
Don't put too much stock on your bug out vehicle
I like that.
because you will leave
So
it behind
70
eventually.
grand Lamborghini truck or something.
Yeah.
I just, the whole thing was the reason I bought my 77 F-150s because I can
And
get
I'm
to
jealous,
every
by the
part.
way.
I can get to every part of the engine.
Yeah.
You know, and there's hardly any electronics in it, and all of my tools fit all the bolts.
Badass.
It is badass.
So that was my thing. It's not the most comfortable with all my family in there. That's for
No,
sure.
it's not. It's not a
And
comfortable
it's
truck.
loud. You can't talk while you're in there.
Yeah. And it's really fun to like bounce on the bench seat and
Yeah.
make the person on the end like hit their head.
It is super
Yeah.
bouncy. But I like most parts I can fix. I mean, I'm not a mechanic, but like I think any mechanic would have
Oh,
no
yeah.
problem fixing it for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it'd be pretty easy.
Simple stuff. Yeah.
So jealous. So jealous.
You should be. It is pretty cool.
is a cool
I've
truck.
been looking for one for so long. 'Cause
Have you?
I grew up around those trucks.
Yeah.
My daddy and uncles, everybody had them, and they're either tore all two pieces and they're going to take a metric
Yeah.
ton of time and money to fix, or they're in really good shape and they're super expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I like
You got a
everything
deal.
in the 70s, the Chevys, the Fords. I just love the look of all of them.
Yeah, those square bodies.
they
and
look
dent
so
sides,
cool.
Man. They're just a 78 F-250 Highboy is my dream.
That's
truck.
That still has the round lights in the front. I think 79's when they got kind of
79 they went with the square
I
bezel
didn't like
and the
it as
square
well.
light.
Yeah, that's right.
78's got the square bezel with the round light.
Yeah, I like the round light. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The preparedness guy asks, what song is at the top of your SHTF playlist?
Let me see.
Yeah. You got one? You have a SHTF playlist? I look at him on Spotify.
What?
I'm sticking with my previous answer because I'm hoping
That one's so good.
that it's a solar flare that's taking us all out. Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden. So that's what I'm going with.
That's a
Keeping
good
with
one.
it. Yeah. What do you got, Cam? Do you have one?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but I just like I'd be just sporting the I will survive.
Oh, that's
Just
pretty
walk
bad.
around.
Yeah.
I couldn't come
That's
up
pretty
with
bad.
any of the real.
Okay.
I'm like, Eye of the Tiger's too.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
too generic.
Oh, it won't load. I don't have enough service.
Oh gosh, dang it.
Dang it.
I like the
What was the
Danger
other
Zone,
one?
but that one's
Danger
like
Zone.
full on just jets. Like if you
That's all right.
the lyrics, but that was my first one. But I'm like, maybe it's too
I thought it was Footloose.
maybe.
Wasn't it?
Footloose would be.
Footloose?
Yeah,
That's what you said.
Come on.
such a good survival.
It is, yeah.
Ah, it's not loading.
It's not loading up. No,
So
dang it.
there was at one time we shared a playlist. Do y'all remember that? A Spotify playlist?
I didn't never see that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
wait.
Battle Rocks or Battle, I can't remember what we called it.
Oh, I don't remember that.
You should
It
throw a
won't- it won't pull
USB
up.
drive in all battle boxes or USB thumb drive. That's
Yeah.
all your songs on there.
Is it called Battle?
Let me see where. Let's see. It should be in my library here. It's
Oh, no, mine's not working. We might have just had an EMP or something.
we might have just had an EMP.
What?
man.
How would that be?
Mine is not working.
So I'll just say one of my favorite songs, and probably the one that would hit top of my list on here would be Chris Stapleton, Traveler.
Traveler. Ooh, that's a good one for like bugging out.
Yeah,
That's a good one. For
Yeah, I like that.
that dude's got a set of freaking pipes on.
He does, man. He can go.
Golly, boy.
He can go.
If I could pick anybody's, if somebody said, "Hey, man, you could pick anybody's voice, and
It's yours.
it's yours,"
Yeah.
it'd be Chris Stapleton.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cam would pick Fergie.
Yeah.
Probably Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. Yeah, I like that.
Or those new guys. What's the new guys? The freaking Island Boys.
Oh my gosh.
You want an Island Boys voice?
I don't even get that. I don't even know what that is. I've never even heard the song, but I've seen them.
Dude,
I don't get it.
you're talking about wanting to take a spear and fall on it.
Yeah, weird stuff, man.
We live in a weird time.
We do.
If you're on TikTok, you'll
See
quickly
it.
Find out
Yeah.
about it.
Oh, we're getting close to the end, Cam.
Yeah, we are.
Let's
Tony
roll.
Mao, what's the worst survival preparedness advice you commonly hear people telling the public?
Okay, I got one on this. I'm gonna get some backlash like normal, but that most of your prepping should be ammo and guns.
Yes.
This is something that irks me to the oh my gosh, to the nth degree. It drives me insane. I get it. Guns are super fun. Like they
Yeah.
are a blast, no pun intended. But that's not everything. And in fact, it's probably just a small part of what your preparing should be. That's me though.
There's a lot of dangers in that.
Yeah.
One, are you trained?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
that's definitely one.
and don't get me wrong, you being a good shot and you shooting on the weekends is great, but are
Yeah.
you trained?
Mhm.
Number two, if you're like the gun guy when it comes to prepping, are you also the medical guy?
Yeah.
Because it's like going into a knife fight, prepared to get cut,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
prepare to
Take
have
a couple
bullet
ball
wound,
holes.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
And number 3 or 4, whatever the heck I'm on, because I'm
B.
obviously the same.
Just say B.
Yeah. Yeah.
1, 2, and B.
One, 2, and B. So section B here, because I'm on the same page. That's exactly what I was going to say. Just a firearm thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm a firearms freak.
Yeah,
I
you're the
freaking
guy,
love
man.
them. Okay, I shoot them on a regular basis. I hunt. I wear them. I love firearms. I can't tote 1,000 rounds with me if I have to leave.
Mhm.
Do I have provisions to be stealthy with that i.e., if I fire off a round, I'm giving a position.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And I've shown that I'm hostile, and there's no telling what's going to come out the woodwork after that. Whether I think I am or not, or I'm not the good guy. There's another dude out there that's probably better than me at what we're doing at that situation. So I mean, I get the firearm thing. Like if your main thing is going to be a bug in situation, I can see some of that argument.
Sure. Yeah.
In the bug out situation, I think you need to, still have a firearm with you, but you're not toting Fort Knox with you, brother. It's not happening.
It's not going to happen. Yeah.
A sidearm with some adequate ammo and a caliber that is common in case you come across it. Now we can talk, but don't rely on your firearms in of itself. Because you're not going to last.
Yeah. My thing is people that, they say I'm a prepper and this is what I do is I get ammo and I get guns because that's what's going to happen. I'm like, well, great. But 99% of prepping situations, you don't need a gun. Every day, when your car breaks down, you're going to shoot it to death to get it back up. When the power goes out, you're going to go shoot somebody because of it. When you lose a job, who are you going to shoot? You know what I mean? Like, I get it, but 99% of situations, you don't need a firearm.
You don't need it,
You just don't.
Yeah.
But not one of us is not going to have a firearm on us.
Exactly.
Correct.
When we bug out or go somewhere. That's the thing. It's not like we're anti-gun. It's just like
Exactly.
It's part of a tool
It's
set
the
that you have.
application.
Yeah.
It's the application of it. So, and what you're saying too, like it kind of goes with that question.
Yeah.
When people talking about prepping and stuff, it goes to that bug out. It goes to that wilderness. It goes to, am I staying home? Like, is zombies coming?
Yeah.
Prepping is, do I have headache medicine on me in case I get a headache?
Yeah.
Like it can be as finite as that. It can be as hardcore as you got a bunker behind your house. So don't take the prepping thing. Prepping is something every single one of us is doing. Some of y'all do it and you don't even freaking know it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you keep a calendar schedule of your life, you're a freaking prepper.
You're prepping. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. But it's true. Like, and I want more ammo, but I'm like, I have enough that I feel pretty comfortable with. I would like more. We always would like more, but it's like $27 for 50 rounds of 9mm
It's
right now or
ridiculous,
something.
man.
If you can find
Think of where you could do, or think of how much money that is towards like just some
Other
food
stuff.
and water,
Yeah, exactly.
some
My
meals.
my other thing is like the ones that just like scoff at you when you're like, oh, you're using a cell phone.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, yes.
you're using modern technology. I'm like, well, why wouldn't you right now? Like,
Yes.
if it's going to be more comfortable, it's easier. It's like using a Bic lighter out in the forest. It's like they think you're dumb. You're like, no.
I'm getting a fire
I've got
started.
16 of these Bic lighters
Exactly.
that weigh nothing.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Like, I love different ways of starting fire.
For sure.
Like, I'll sit there.
I think we all know that.
The ferro rod's
I
super
love
fun.
doing that. But in a real situation, I'm not wasting time striking ferro rods and stuff like that. I'm gonna have them with me.
Yep.
Because
Exactly.
a Bic lighter can break and can die or whatever. But I'm not gonna waste that energy.
Doesn't matter,
I'm gonna
yeah.
use something easier,
Yeah.
a match or a Bic lighter. But you should still have the skills to do otherwise, because those are
Exactly.
consumables, right? They end up going away. They are not working anymore. But yeah, man, don't be stupid.
Yeah, we get people that are like,
Oh, all the
don't
time.
use modern. It's like, why? Like, it's easier, it's faster, and if it breaks, you have the fallback
Well,
of
it's
the
like-
old.
Yeah, why not use apps on your phone that are good for you in lots of different situations? And they're like, well, if an EMP hits, that's worth nothing. I'm like, okay, well,
If it
on the
doesn't,
off chance that an
if
EMP
it doesn't,
hits,
I have a lot of good stuff.
if it
on
doesn't, I still have all this stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff drives me nuts.
it does me too.
I mean, there's a caveat to everything.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You can come up with a caveat for everything.
You can.
Yep.
John Setzer, what's a good, reliable, but not expensive Geiger counter? I have no clue.
I don't know. I was hoping Curran had an answer for that.
The one you
Well,
guys
it kind of
sent
goes
out,
back to an app, though. So that
Oh,
we
yeah.
had that one in the nuclear box that was a little
which I thought
dongle.
was awesome, but it doesn't. We don't have any
That
phones
pissed
now.
people off too,
We
didn't
don't
it?
have any phones that plug it in, right? Because it's
Right.
in a
Yeah.
headphone jack.
So, but there was also a card, an exposure card in there.
the rad triager card, right? Yeah, that thing was cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you always have a group member you don't like.
Yeah.
You send them out, see when they start vomiting, you're like, I ain't going that way.
But yeah, I mean, that's the same. So as a mechanic, I had to work at a couple nuclear plants and as a chiller mechanic, and
You always had an exposure.
They had a card. Like, a matter of fact, I think one of them, it was actually that same card that we sent out. So I know that in the professional aspect, they use that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had to, like, go through some, like, X-ray looking thing, and it figured out what because we all have a certain amount of radiation already. It took that reading, and then I had to go through it afterwards to see if I gained any when I left. And
how much radiation you put out?
Dude, you know what was funny? I actually put out quite a bit. That might be why the things happened to me at the airport.
You've had some alien probe put something up in you.
But I asked it, so she was like, "Oh my gosh, you got like a very high, like normal level." I was like, "Is that bad?" She's like, "Well, not necessarily." She's like, "Do you eat a lot of deer meat?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Okay, that's why."
Deer meat?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
What?
crazy.
Now I don't know if she was right or not. But she asked me that question. I was like, yeah, I actually do eat a lot of deer meat. And apparently there's...
They get abducted by aliens all the time?
Yes,
What? That's weird. I have never heard that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I don't know if she's pulling my leg or what, but that's what she told me.
Wonder if it's the
very
same with like
radiant
elk
today.
meat. I don't know. I eat a ton of elk meat.
How much radiation you had
A
today?
lot. All right, I got one more for you, Currin. This one's actually from me. I don't know if you can answer this,
Oh, crap.
but I want to know.
Yeah, this is a good one.
What is your favorite battle box mission of all time?
Favorite battle box mission of all time.
So you might have to think about this for a minute. Let me tell you mine.
Okay.
Okay. So we started, our very first mission was 8, the zombie box. That was the
Right.
very first one we've gotten. Every
October.
mission so far. The 2 that there's 3 that 2 that I really liked. Mission 14, the EMP attack, was amazing. That was one of my favorites. And then mission 58, because that came with the gentleman's cram folder. Do you remember that knife? I freaking love that freaking blade.
Cram.
And it had the Wii knife as well, and the backpack, and it had the settler's wrench. That was
That's
just
right.
freaking
That
awesome
thing was
mission.
loaded.
Yeah,
That was those 2 were my favorite.
Yeah, Mission 21, the Camp Comfort, was just a lot of smart stuff to have with you. The EMP mission, like you said, and then I liked Mission 25 EDC 2.0. I think that's where I got the Striker,
I see.
Olight, and all that.
EDC 2.0.
All the EDC ones were good.
Yeah.
Those were only 2, but they were great.
Yeah, they were great.
So the 2 that pop into my mind immediately without having to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the number, but it was I think it was 21. Was that Camp Comfort?
Yes.
21
was. Yeah.
Okay, so I got 3.
Okay.
Camp Comfort, Camp Chef.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the
That
Camp
was
Chef
one
was
when
great.
we had the stove in it.
Yep.
And all that. And that was a good box.
That was a good box.
And the shelter building and tender collection box, I think, was somewhere around the early 20s.
Uh-huh. Which one? What came in that one? I can't even remember.
That one had the wool blanket,
Oh, yes.
blanket pin.
Oh, that was the Bushcraft box, wasn't it?
Was it the Bushcraft one?
Yeah, it had the pin, the wool blanket.
Yeah, when was that one? Because
It had the
I bought
Smith's
an
tender
additional.
box.
Yes. Oh, mate, yes.
Had the fat lighter in it.
Oh, that wool blanket, man.
Dude,
I
that
bought
was-
an extra one from you guys because I was like, those are the best thing you
So
can have
good.
in your car.
Yes, I used one Saturday morning.
Did you?
Yeah, so I was at the hunting lease,
Uh-huh.
and I had we did a veterans hunt there on Friday.
Oh, cool.
So Thursday afternoon I had to go down there to help get ready for that, and I rushed and I didn't grab all the warm clothes I needed because I knew it was going to be cool on Saturday morning. So Saturday morning comes.
22, the Bushcraftsman has the wool blanket.
Okay, 22.
That was a good box.
So
That was really good.
Saturday morning I get up, I'm grabbing my hunting clothes, and I'm like, crap, I'm going to get cold.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I'm not. I got my wool blanket.
The
in
wool
truck.
blanket.
So I'm sitting in a deer stand with a wool blanket
Oh,
thrown over
man.
me, and I was good.
They're so awesome.
It was great.
Yeah, it is like one of the best vehicle preps, I think. You just put it on your seat.
Absolutely.
That
gonna
was
use it.
one of the best because the Cub came in that too.
Oh, the Cub. That's
Yeah.
right.
Jeez, what a-
Oh, that was
the
a good
Cub
box,
came in
dude.
there.
That was like the first tops, wasn't it?
I
The
think
Bushcraft
so. Yeah.
canvas rucksack was in there.
Yep.
There was 2 Mora knives in there.
Yep. The Bushcraft
Oh,
Bible was
that
in there.
thing
There was
was
a
freaking
There was
loaded.
a Mora knife in there.
The
right?
Fat Woods in there. The Bushcraft Bible's in there.
Yeah, man.
That was
We did a sweet video
should
for
have
that. Do you remember? That,
Yeah.
Like out in the cold. Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah,
That was way good.
box.
That was a great box. All I got to tell you about Off the Grid Surplus.
Didn't you say something about Frodo with that on? Like,
Yeah.
Frodo?
you were
Turn
talking
you into
Lord
a-
of the Rings. I
Yeah,
remember
this
you
Hobbit
saying
in
that
it.
in your video.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was probably one of the very best.
Yeah.
22.
All right, I got to tell you about Off the Grid Surplus.
Yeah.
Their field shorts are on sale, Cam. They're
Oh,
freaking
man.
field shorts. Those things are so awesome. They're like $45 right now, and if you use our code, you're going to get 15% off. You're going to get it for like nothing. It's like basically giving you some shorts. So you got to go try them. It's the only shorts I will wear are
Same
the
here.
Off the Grid Surplus
Your
field
shorts.
shorts. They are sexy. They are functional. Cam gets all the women when he puts them on, right?
Yeah.
Like all the women. Like he
Yeah.
can't wear them to town anymore. No, it's crazy.
It's like the Axe commercials.
That's exactly what it's like. The Axe commercials, yeah. So you got to go to Off the Grid Surplus. Use our code Casual Preppers. You're going to get a 15% off your order, and you're going to look sexy. You're going to be sexy. You're going to feel sexy.
Yep. I
All those
bought
things.
like
I freaking want a pair right now.
You need it.
I
You
bought
need a
like
pair.
4 of my own cash.
You did.
Because I love
Yeah.
their stuff so much. So
Before we get off, though, we have the latest battle box.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And if we've got Currin here, so we got
Yeah.
to talk about it while it's here.
Awesome.
So let's talk about the latest battle box. Mission, what is this, 81?
Should be 81.
81. So, Currin, what is in the box? Tell us about the basic box.
this will probably be the best rundown
I know,
of a
dude.
battle
This is
box.
awesome. Like, how cool is it to have Currin on to review the box?
He actually
Like-
knows what the items are.
All right. So, I mean, we got time?
Oh, we got time. No, just do your thing.
Okay.
This is it.
So what I have in my hand is Mission 81.
Oh yeah.
So with every box you get the battle brief or the mission brief, which is our
Yeah.
it used to be a card. We used to have everything on the card. Now we've kind of given a little bit more information and got some pictures on there. So it kind of boils down to the different levels. We got basic, advanced, pro, and pro plus.
It's a book. It's like
Yeah, it's like a
you could
booklet.
take this and read it on the toilet if you had to. You know what I
freaking
mean?
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Got good pictures in there. And some pretty good information. We've got Survival 13 key on here. So you've got a QR code where you can kind of, a lot of the questions were like, what do I need to do as far as preps and stuff like that? So the Survival 13 is kind of, those different items as a whole. And then you can plug in what you need to from there. So check out the Survival 13. We also have it on our website. You can check it out there. So flipping the page, we go into the basic box. First in the basic box is a Save Aqua Tap Spigot Adapter. So
This is interesting, man.
That's not it. Where's in there? It's nope.
Right here.
There it is.
There she blues right there.
I'll show.
So this thing's pretty cool. We waste water really bad in America.
Yeah, we do.
And water is essential for survival. So this thing here is great in a couple different ways and different applications you can use it. But basically, it's a way that you can, on a water container, you can screw this in there, and it could be a plastic container. It could be some of these water bags that you get that you can hang up, like the shower bags and different things. So it's designed for. You can actually put it on to a water hose that doesn't have an extreme amount of pressure.
Yeah.
You don't want like house pressure behind it.
Yeah.
But anyway, it acts as like a stopper, so you can put your hand up under it and you move the spigot that sticks down, and then it allows the water to come through. And then when you remove your hands or your bottle or whatever item you're putting water in, it closes it off. So you don't have to worry about cross-contamination, dealing with valves, yada, 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 and it limits the amount of water coming through, and you control it by how much you push the plunger, I'll call it, in and out of the valve. And you can adapt it if you got a little bit of plumbing skills. You can adapt it with some reducers to pretty much any water supply.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Little,
Yeah, cool
That's a
little
good
product.
idea. I've always thought about my kids doing that. Like, we spilled the whole 5-gallon bucket.
I know.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
You're out camping and yeah. Oh.
Spill all your water.
Yeah. Gone. So second up in the basic box is the First Line gun oil pen.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I mean, let's face it, guys.
This is the one that has a little brush on it?
Yes, it's awesome. So dealing with some oil products and their application of these oil, it could be a mess, right? I mean, you sometimes make a mess
Oh yeah.
dealing with different oil products, be it for gun oil or whatever. There's usually excess left over that you got to wipe up, and they're not very safe for you to use in an EDC application. Very few oil products out there you're going to keep in your pocket or keep in a bag because you can probably bust it or accidentally squeeze it, pops the top off. Now you got oil all over everything.
That's not good.
I've done that.
It happens, right?
Yeah.
This is really cool because this is a 100% leak-free applicator, and I've tried to get it to leak, and I can't get it to leak.
Really?
Yeah. So it's on one side, it's got the soft bristles, and then you can kind of see the oil reservoir. I want to say there's 8 or 7 different O-ring sections in here on each side to keep the oil from leaking out. To get the oil to come out, you have to twist the end, and it clicks. Don't know if you could hear that. Yeah. But
really,
and then you can see it saturate the brushes, so the oil stays in the brush. You don't drip the oil into whatever you're trying to oil. You literally paint the oil on.
That's cool.
And it's just great. It's great for small firearms. It's great for bolt action rifles. If you pull a bolt carrier group out of an AR-15, you can really
get in there.
You can get to those spots that you have to oil. Not the whole bolt needs to be oiled. I've seen people literally freaking dunk these things. Like, there's certain points that are friction points that need to be oiled.
If it's all dipped in oil.
We're going to just oil the whole thing. You got blowback. You got freaking oil flying in your face. Look like you got shot with a shotgun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so really cool product right here. The oil's really good. It's CLP gun oil, clean lube protects.
It's a gun baster.
It's a gun baster. Well, you can use it for anything.
Yeah.
You
That's
got
cool.
a squeaky hinge on your door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I've used most of my gun oil. Freaking door hinges drive me nuts.
And the amount of people, there's also, to me, I think it kind of helps people think about gun maintenance a little bit more because
they have it.
They have it. It's easier to deal with than other type of oil products, which are a drag to deal with. And I think a lot of people don't do proper gun maintenance because certain things suck to do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's me.
Right. So
I'm pretty sure.
Me too, pretty much.
You have to.
Yeah.
A clean gun's a happy gun, folks, and a lubricated gun's a happy gun. Duraderm Sports next on the basic box.
This one is cool.
This is cool, and I actually used it right there on my thumbs. Yeah.
Oh.
I busted my thumb testing something that may or may not be.
What were you testing?
Can't tell you.
Ah, damn it. I tried. See how I tried? I did what I could.
You did. That was quick.
So, I already gave y'all one leak. So Duraderm is basically a there's I think there's 5 in there, so you can break this down and put it into multiple kits. Everybody needs to have an IFAK and a couple other medical kits available to them, so you can split this up, put them in there.
Or you got one for each finger, just in case.
One for each finger, just in case.
1 bolt hole, 2 bolt holes, 2 bolts.
Yeah, not the product for bullet holes.
Oh, okay. Well,
but this isn't medical advice.
Yeah. So this is kind of, they say, advanced skin repair. So what it does is it helps clean the area. It helps kill bacteria or anything in there. It helps keep dirt and moisture and oxygen out of the wound after you apply it. So it helps and it seals and it protects and it heals, right? Made in America. Basically, it's a small. You want me
Never
to
used
this?
one, yeah.
I thought it said made in
You
Wuhan.
remember, I'm sure you remember.
No, I never used that one.
In the medical field. There used to be, back in the day, I remember I used to get stung a lot, man, by bees and stuff. My mom always had this product, you snapped it.
Yep.
And it got the liquid in it, and she'd put it on my stings.
Yeah, you can still find them.
Still find those? That's basically what this is, except it's like
It'll
a
seal
liquid
it.
skin. So you can just bust one open.
You have to send me a whole new box. But
I'll send you a whole new box, man. Sorry, man. I'm taking one of yours. So it's just got the cotton tip on there, and you crack it like a chem light.
Oh,
So
okay.
you crack it, and then you squeeze it, and then the liquid goes to the tip.
yeah, that one's sweet.
So it's like a liquid skin.
But it has a little, it's like a little hard foam.
Yeah.
The Duoderm that we use in the clinic is just like that.
Really?
Yeah. So
yeah, man, that's what you get right
That's
there.
cool.
And you get 5 of those, and it works great. I busted my thumb.
those are awesome.
I cleaned it off with some antiseptic, dried it, applied it, and I want to say that film stayed on there for like a day and a half, and I actually kind of had to peel it off.
Nice.
So it stayed on through the shower and everything.
That's cool.
So it worked pretty good. Right. So that's your basic. Going on next is the advanced box, which will, so in case anybody doesn't know, there's 4 levels. As you go up in level, it includes everything below. So the advanced box
We
is
probably never explained that.
everything
so
in
that's good to
basic.
explain.
We've explained it several times.
And whatever's in the advanced box. So first up in advanced is the Rapid Pure Pioneer Straw.
Yes.
This thing's cool. It's really good. And it kind of goes along with fire with me. Like you need to have multiple ways of filtering, purifying water.
Mm-hmm.
One go-to is obviously using fire. But you need a container to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we've got pump filters. We got, deals like Grails. You got Sawyers.
Mm-hmm.
You got all sorts of different ones. But some of them fail. Some of them get contaminated by accident. And you need a backup.
Yeah.
This is a great backup. You can use it as a primary, but I'm personally going to use it as a backup. So it's just a simple straw with a canister for the filter to go in, and then your filter. A Rapid Pure filter is a 2.5-inch refill cartridge is what they're calling it. Purifies 25 gallons of water and can filter up to 200 gallons. So 94 liters and 757 liters if you're listening in that
part of the country
in that
or
metric.
world.
Liters.
Liters, I understand.
So it's
It's about time.
very similar to Sawyer's
Yeah.
straw. It's just you break it down, right? So you stick that in there like that. Of course, you can't see me do
Some
this.
people can.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Oh,
tried
yeah,
to
we
move
got a
stuff
camera.
There is a
out of the way.
camera there.
And then you attach your straw. You drop this into the water. There's plastic on the filter. Take the plastic off. It's not going to freaking work.
Yeah.
Hey, customer service, the filter you sent me is not working. Did you take the plastic off?
I tried to suck for about
Excuse
25
me?
minutes.
Yeah.
And
Passed
nothing-
out 3
I
times.
popped a blood vessel in my eyeball trying to get some hydration. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but anyway, that's basically it. So a couple ways you can use this: put this directly into the water source and drink from it like a straw. Collect it into a container. Drop this into the container. Do it that way, et cetera, et cetera. But I will say, be cognizant when you put this up. You've got a dirty end.
Yeah.
You got a clean end on that straw.
Yeah.
If you do this and put
You're
it
gonna
in a bag,
use-
you've just contaminated your
You
straw.
now have 2 dirty ends.
Right?
That's
So,
true.
a way to combat that is just get enough of it into the water that you need, so you're not contaminating a lot of it. And if need be, snip that little piece off. Okay. Eventually, you're going to have a short straw.
Yeah.
It's simple tubing you can buy anywhere. So
Yeah.
buy extra tubing and replace it as need be.
Nice.
Sweet.
That's cool, yeah.
That is cool.
And it's super lightweight, great little backup to throw in a
Yeah,
kit or a
great
So
backup.
does
truck
that,
or
that
whatever.
plastic thing just kind of help filter out the big, huge...
Yeah, it helps.
If you suck a rag up in there.
Yeah, you want to suck that turd we were
Yeah.
talking about that was floating by.
Dirty diaper.
So yeah, it's got.
I ain't going in there.
Yeah. Oh, God Almighty. Oh boy. But so yeah, it's got little holes in there that kind of
Yeah.
help keep big stuff from getting in, but also it helps kind of direct the water evenly
Around
across the filter,
Oh, gotcha.
so that you're getting as adequate a filtration as possible.
Yeah.
And it helps give it a little bit of draw.
When you're okay.
It's not such an easy draw.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
They're really cool.
That's pretty sweet.
pretty cool kit right there. Great for ultralight.
Yeah.
If you people that just want something simple, ultralight to carry, that'd be great.
Nice.
Next in the advanced box, going along with that, is the SOL Soul Emergency Blanket.
Yes.
Which we talked about earlier in the podcast.
We did.
These things are invaluable, folks. I
Half
know
a billion uses.
They don't have wow factor.
No, they don't.
They don't have wow factor. I get that. Okay, 100% transparent on that. They don't have wow factor. But holy freaking crap, the stuff you can do with this, if you think outside the box, folks, it's not just a blanket for somebody going into shock. This thing not only could save your life, but it'd make your day a whole lot better in the wilderness for shelter and tons of other things we talked about earlier.
And they're so compact and they're so lightweight, like
Yeah.
why not?
And there is a difference in quality ones and
Yeah,
non-quality
there
ones.
is,
This
yeah.
is a quality one.
So
yeah. I
SOL
folded a couple of mine where just all the reflective stuff just
Yeah.
flakes off.
Flakes off, yeah. It's like
So,
glitter everywhere.
Never had that with theirs.
Yeah, soul and that's
Glitter.
the thing.
Yeah,
So SOL is a former sponsor of ours.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of their gear. It's all great stuff.
Yeah,
High quality stuff.
It's really good stuff.
Yeah.
All emergency blankets are not created
No,
equal.
absolutely
No.
not. No.
So yeah, I can get 25 of those for a penny on
Yeah.
Amazon. Yeah, but they're crap.
Yeah,
Okay,
garbage.
they're garbage. All right, Pro Box. This thing's freaking sweet, folks.
Man.
I enjoy talking about this. Right? So this is the LED Lenser ML6 750 lumen lantern. Wow.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
Yes.
I haven't heard of that brand, but
Just
I've
recently,
been really impressed. Yeah.
we just got, you got
the Crate Club.
Yeah.
has
yeah, there
LED
was
Lenser.
flash.
That
flashlight.
one's sweet because you can change the
yeah,
color
it's got
on the
the
fly.
red. It's got red, blue, white, and green.
Mhm.
It's got strobe of all.
Have you tried that strobe?
Yes.
It's like instant seizure.
Yeah,
It's the most intense strobe
yeah,
I've ever
because it's
seen.
the colors too.
Yeah, I was like,
it's like
oh.
going to like another dimension or
Kids
something.
Attacked by a
both my
pinwheel.
kids collapsed.
yeah,
Totally.
Cat was spinning. in circles.
cat freaking yeah, cat's like running into stuff. It's
It is.
bad.
It's super intense.
But yeah, LED Lenser makes some sweet
Yeah.
gear, man. When it comes to
Yeah,
lights.
yeah. And I'm a lighting snob.
You are.
Can I open this?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
I'll open it tonight, probably. So.
Great warranty, 7-year warranty on this thing. Great packaging.
That's freaking nuts.
It's
I know.
nuts, man.
So once the apocalypse is over, you can get it exchanged.
Go get a new one.
Yeah.
This broke during the apocalypse. Can I get a new one? Does their battery also have a plug-in into
Wow.
it?
Look at that.
It's got a magnet.
Oh, nice.
So it comes with the battery
Nice.
plus. Okay. This is 18650 3,000 milliamp hour battery, rechargeable. So you unscrew the bottom, drop that bad boy in there. It has an O-ring on it.
I know.
That's good. The build quality is really good on this thing, man. It's like all aluminum and
Yeah.
just very, very.
That's what their
well
other one
built.
felt. I was like, man.
I'm not 100% sure what the. I mean, it feels like glass. I
Yeah.
know it's not glass, but it's got the weight of glass. It feels thick like glass. It's very clear. It's got what appears to be a handle on top. It's actually
It's rubber.
plugs. So you've got your in charge, and you can hook USB to it. So it's a battery pack as well.
Oh,
you
so
can
cool.
charge
That's
your
the best
devices
thing.
with
You
it.
can keep the battery in and charge.
Yeah.
I hate having to take them out.
Yep, keep the battery in it to charge it, and you can charge your phone or whatever along with it.
That's
and
cool.
You can use that as a handle if you want to, but just know it can come loose.
Yeah.
Right? So this thing doesn't have lights around it that's just shooting out. It uses this prism technology, so the light is actually at the bottom and a little bit at the top, and it runs through. The best I can describe it is imagine little channels, like fiber optic channels in there.
Like a fluorescent tube almost.
Yeah, so the light goes in that prism and illuminates out.
Jeez, that's
And
cool.
it's bright as
That's voodoo. That's what it
freaking
is.
awesome. So you can see those
crap, that is
lines in
bright.
there.
It does it like it's not just weak on one end.
Yeah. So,
Wow, that is bright.
and that's not even the brightest setting. So it flashes when you get to the brightest setting. There's two things I love about this light. And I wish every freaking flashlight in the world had this, because it drives me bonkers when they don't, man. So it has memory. So if I go down to, say, right there, mid area, and I turn this light off, oops,
It comes back on at that.
yeah.
Oh
And
man,
I
yeah.
turn
Why
this
don't
light
they have
off, and I
that?
turn it back on. It comes back where I had it before.
That is a huge
I
deal.
cannot stand,
Yeah.
especially headlamps.
Oh,
As-
yeah.
as
That's the worst.
As a deer hunter, okay?
Yep.
I got my green light on. It's on low. I'm slipping through the woods. I need to turn it off. I turn it off. I turn it back on.
6,000 lumen.
2,000 lumens of white light
Yeah.
and deer blowing at me running off. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, come on, man. How hard is it to put memory in these things? So it has memory. Also, when you turn it on, if it'll turn back on where I want it. Okay. There's no like low, medium, high setting. It's through the whole spectrum. So as long as you hold the down button down,
Dimmer.
So you can pick anywhere in there to stop. All the way up. So, and when it gets
That
to the
is
end,
really
it
sweet.
flashes.
Because usually the buttons you get kind of a too dim or too bright.
Yeah.
Like you can't quite get.
And for a lantern, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Right? Because I want just enough light to be able to see my map I'm looking at, or just enough light to be able to see the book I'm reading, or whatever.
Tent love light.
Yeah.
Romantic light.
Yes.
So, it has a
Candle.
magnet on the bottom, so you can stick it to things. Obviously, it has red light, so if you mash it again,
That looks sweet.
Yeah, this is perfect for just a low light ambiance and tent. But red light's great because
Tent
it's
rave.
not harsh on your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You can see what you need to see.
Mm-hmm.
The battery life is a little bit better, I believe, when it's running.
Oh,
red
is
light.
it? Nice.
Yeah, I think red does consume.
Doesn't draw as
Yeah.
much.
It's got SOS in each color, so you just keep going through the thing. And it'll do SOS. It'll do slow pulse up and down in each color. It'll do a slow strobe and a fast strobe in each color.
Depending on how much drugs you've taken that night and what you need.
Yeah,
What kind of rave you want in your tent?
yeah. You can have a serious rave going on in camp. And then it comes with this base that goes on the bottom if you want to use it.
Oh,
And
cool.
it's like super tight, which is a good thing. But
You break down.
there we go.
Break that, I'll break your face, boy.
Break my Battle Box products. So you got the base, gives you a little bit better,
Nice, yeah.
sitting, but it also has the hook on the bottom.
Yeah.
So you can access the button.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's what I was wondering. Like you could
Yeah.
loop that rubber thing on something.
Yeah.
But then you're.
And the other cool thing about it is when it's off, I don't know how well you can see it because we got lights on here, but it lights like when it's on, it charges this ring that illuminates this. So in the dark,
Oh.
It'll glow.
It's got a little bit of a glow of green, and you can
So you know
locate
where it's
it.
at.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's,
Yeah, that's awesome.
that's a lot of stuff in them.
It's a cool light.
That's
man.
super cool.
And almost all their products have got like cool features like that to it.
Yeah, I've loved their other one.
Very very well thought out product. And
Nice.
it's built like a tank, dude. Like
crap!
doesn't it feel like
You see how heavy that
that's
is?
like real glass?
Oh my
I mean,
gosh,
to be
yeah.
sure it's not.
It does feel like it's real glass.
Because it's got weight to it. But I think it's that prism.
Wow.
Like I don't know what that prism's made out
That
of.
thing, yeah, it's hefty.
So
No,
they're
I'm
giving
talking-
that
It's like a-
750 lumens worth of light, but I don't think that's like they're not really. I don't think the light source is really that high. I
Yeah.
think it's the design of how they're
The
delivering
way
it.
it's distributing the light through.
So that's why the
Yeah.
battery life is so good. They got
Wow.
on here.
man, that's cool.
So they're saying at low power, you get 240 hours of runtime.
Oh my
Hefty.
gosh. Run
That's
all
a-
week.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Tied in front of your truck.
That's a.
I
That's
know.
A,
Huh?
Your lights off.
yeah, you can kind of see the green ring in there sometimes when it's flashing,
Yeah, that's bright.
and the button on top will glow in the dark too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
as
that
it,
is
as it
pretty
charges.
Those things are fun, man. Lights.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
So
lights,
much fun.
Lights are great. man.
Yeah.
Lights, fire starters, and knives, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in.
Those are all the things.
I'm
that-
in.
Yep.
So that's the Pro Box. That's the Pro item. So far, Pro Box is that lead lenser all the way down to the first thing we started talking about.
Mhm.
So next is the cream and potatoes. of the
Yes,
box,
sir.
The Pro Plus, the knife of the month. This thing's really cool.
Dude, I've been playing with this thing all week.
Yeah,
The problem is I get it out of my pocket and I just sit there and click it and unclick it and click it and
it's
unclick
one of
it.
those fidget deals.
Yeah,
The
I love
adult
it.
fidget toy.
Sure, you're playing with. your
That's what
knife.
I'm playing with. You shut up over there.
So Revolt knives, what I like about it is the uniqueness of it. So
Mhm.
to some people, a knife's a knife's a knife.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
It's got a blade. I cut things with it.
Yeah.
Now you get into the people that know a little bit more about knives. You know different types of grinds and different types of purposes for knives, different types of steel, yada yada yada. But then you also got the guy that just likes a cool EDC knife.
That's me. That's
Right.
me right there.
And this really fits that dude. It fits me as well because I like the unique things about this knife. You know, so when you get with your buddies, you're like, all right, pocket dump.
Yeah.
You know, what do you got?
Yeah.
Everybody's pulling out the Gerber and pulling out the CRKT and pulling out, the whatever else's. And let's face it, some of them are somewhat similar.
Yeah.
Right. There's not anything out
No,
there
it's
that's like
flashy.
this.
I pulled it out the other night. Where were we at?
We were at the steakhouse. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
we were at dinner, and I'm like, hey, dude, guys, check this out. And I'm passing it around the table. Everybody's
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
at it, man.
It's just cool.
Yeah.
So it's got this. It's called the Reflex. And I'll be 100% honest. Off the top of my head, I don't know the name of what they're calling the action. I'll call this of how this thing opens. I thought I had it written in here. Anyway, so it's a 6061 aluminum alloy scales on it, VG10 steel flat grind blade with a reversible pocket clip. So if you wear it on the left or right side, you can swap the pocket clip around. And we also got a titanium version of this. We sent out.
Oh wow!
We sent out 20 of those. So some subscribers got
that's
20
cool.
titanium versions.
know
Lucky
that.
punks.
And it's kind of like got a bluish color.
Oh,
to
does it?
Same knife, just titanium scale. So it's a little bit lighter, but they're thick scales, so it's not that much lighter. But yeah, man, that action, bro.
So cool.
It looks way cool.
Like, it's just cool, man.
It's so cool. Yeah.
It's just a cool EDC knife, man.
Yeah, it's one you just want to show off.
Yeah, because people, when they see it, if a knife dude sees it and they see you pull that blade out and open it up, they're gonna go, "What the heck is that?
Give me that. Let me see.
Let me see that."
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's the point of EDC to an extent.
Oh, for
Yeah.
me, for sure. Yeah.
You know? I got something cool I want to show.
Yeah,
you.
it was like I would carry if it was just functionality, this would be in my pocket every day. But like sometimes like I want something cool, man. Like you know what I mean? So I'll have to throw something in that's interesting.
Yeah, so it's definitely an interesting knife, and I'll be honest with you, already got I know of 2 complaints on it.
Oh, really?
And I kind of want to address those just real quick. One complaint was this knife's dangerous. And I was like,
Aren't all knives dangerous?
I don't understand. I'm not following you.
Yeah.
So actually, it was on a live feed.
Okay.
I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, are you talking about this little gap in here? Like maybe your fingers are like super small. Maybe you can get in there. He's like, no. He said, if I try to squeeze it before the knife is open, it could come back and cut me. You're right.
It could.
There's ways to open knives. There's proper ways to open knives. We all want to flip a knife open, and it's cool. I don't even care. Flipping knives open are dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
If you want to be real, critical, you want to be hardcore about things, there's a proper way to open a knife. You always open a knife with 2 hands with the blade away from you, and you ain't got to worry about cutting yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so use proper technique in opening knives. It's got a thumb stud on it. This is not a flip open knife. It's just the way that hinge point is designed. It's not. You're not going to flip this open. If
No,
you
you
do,
can't.
you got a really strong thumb, and I don't want to thumb wrestle with you.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, 2-hand open it all the way, lock it.
Make sure
It is a
clicks.
blade. Every blade is dangerous. You should treat every blade as if it's going to cut your freaking finger off.
Because it will, right, Cameron?
It will.
Yeah.
So that complaint, other complaint being, and I think I just forgot it, is was we already did this knife before.
Well,
I was like, what? So what they were thinking about was the one there was a yellow
gear?
one, a blue one, and a white one, and
That was kind of the rubbery-ish type.
yeah. So
Right.
it had the back lock, and I want to say that was called the pivot.
Oh, right. Yeah, the pivot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the pivot moved up and down,
And it would-
there was a notch in the blade.
Mm-hmm.
So no, we didn't do this before.
Not even close.
Look back.
Yeah.
See.
go. Yeah.
So that's the only 2 complaints that I've seen about it, man, is the complaints that, okay, they're legitimate concerns and complaints.
Sure, yeah.
But it doesn't devalue this knife in any way. It's user error.
Mm-hmm.
And not thinking about it. So I mean, it's just a unique knife, bro.
It's so much fun. I love it when you guys put this kind of stuff in that's just unique and different.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, because let's face it, the people that are in the Sure Enough Pro Plus subscribers are knife nuts and collectors, and I know for me, although I am a fixed blade, bushcrafty fixed blade type knife lover, like this is freaking cool to me.
Yeah.
It is really
Because
cool.
I do like doing pocket dumps and
Yeah.
and showing
Absolutely.
off things with my buddies or whatever. And that's the Mission 81 box.
Nice, man. Well, that was cool to have you here for that. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And it's cool just to have you here on the podcast.
Yeah,
you
it's
are
fun.
invited back anytime you want to be here. You come and you just let us know.
I will, and
All right.
I'm honestly hoping to be in Utah at least 2 or 3 times a year.
Beautiful.
For now on, because like this place
Come
is
in the
awesome.
spring and summer and like
That's what I was saying.
so much stuff to do down
Come
here.
in the spring.
Yep.
Come sometime in the summer. Come sometime in the fall. Come sometime in the winter.
Yeah, we'll go run around up in the mountains, do some cool stuff.
Yeah,
You know
absolutely.
what I mean?
Find some arrowheads.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
right.
Some arrowheads and some dinosaur bones.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, guys, go check out BattleBox. Again, go to use our code Casual Preppers at BattleBox. You're going to get a free knife when you sign up for this, and that's a freaking good deal.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a really good deal.
You can't beat it.
No, you can't.
Can't beat it with a stick. So, thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys listening. Thank you for subscribing. Go check out BattleBox. Go check out Currin. They're on all the social media platforms. He's a TikTok star. He's TikTok famous. So you got to go see him there. All
It's
right?
crazy.
Yeah.
It's freaking crazy. Y'all got to see the madness because I'm just a good old boy redneck from North Carolina that lives in Georgia, and I like having fun, and somehow TikTok's working.
That's what people want to see.
It's a mad, mad world, and we're
It's
just living in it.
crazy.
You know.
Yep.
All right, guys. Stay survived.